Mr. Barnum, thank you for bringing us together.
Oh,
well, you're welcome. You know, I'm just the circus master here.
yeah.
I'm just giggling at the tiles going, this is like the ugliest Brady Bunch cast ever.
Yeah, this is going to get epic.
I don't know if I'm going to run out of room or not. We still got like 2 or 3 that are supposed to join.
Hey, Marco.
Yo.
What is the degree of taper on the M43 and subsequently the 7.6 case?
6 degrees.
6 degrees. Okay. I was looking in your book and I couldn't find that.
Really?
I tried. I might have missed it. There's a lot of words in that book, but I was trying to find.
I tried to keep it to minimum. That's probably why in the editing I took it out.
And I was also looking for a detailed explanation of the different bayonet styles. And
Ton, I'm going to remove you real quick.
I missed that too.
But there was a section on bayonets, right?
Joe.
I don't think so.
Yeah, there was.
There is? Which chapter is it?
Oh, gosh. I don't have it right under. I don't have it here, but it should be something on bayonets. Which book you talking about? The first one or the second one?
The first one.
James has got a book right there.
There's one where I'm like showing you how to use a bayonet in there as a pick, as a hammer.
Is looking at. Yeah, the one that James.
Oh, that one. That's the second one. And I don't have
the second one. Oh, I have the wrong book.
Joe, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I
can hear you really loud.
But what question do you have, Paul?
Well, I've got an AKM bayonet that does.
Can we ask this on? Can we ask this on the show when we start it? That'd be
sure.
Good info.
So y'all aren't rolling?
I'm rolling.
Recording, but
I had to add seats because I got so many people. So here's what we're going to add.
The first book is better than this one, though.
The first one is more like a manual.
So I got ripped off.
Pretty much.
You're gonna buy the
I'm gonna refund you 10 cents that I get.
I'm gonna use that to apply it to my new book.
All right,
Welcome to Season 6 of the Talking Lead AK Corner, presented by Pioneer Arms Corp USA.
All right, AK heads, this is it. This is the season finale of Season 6 of the Talking Lead AK Corner, the one you've been waiting for. This is our annual AK versus AR episode. And for those who are viewing, you can see we got a full boat this episode. This is going to be epic. And I think we'll just start off by going around the Brady Bunch windows here and introducing everybody. And as usual, we've got the AR-15 podcast joining us for this epic battle. I think you're the one who started this nonsense to begin with, weren't you, Nick?
Oh, that may have happened. I am a semi-professional shit talker, and that may have happened. So,
yeah, I think you instigated this whole thing. This is our fourth one, right? This is the fourth AK versus AR battle, right?
I believe it is, yes.
I think this is number 4 of the 6 years of the Talking Lead AK Corner.
What's the current record?
Record for AK all the way, baby. AK
3-0?
3-0.
Yeah, I believe that.
You were on 2 of these, James.
Yeah, I'm undefeated.
This is your third.
That's because you kept switching teams.
and Brian's been on every one of them, right? Like,
allegedly.
You're 4 for 4, baby.
Yeah, serial offender.
Yeah. So let me go around the room here and introduce everybody. So, and I don't know if this shows up as it's recording, but to my right, ladies and gentlemen, we have returning guest. He is royalty here on the Talking Lead podcast. It's none other than Mike Pappas with Dead Air. Mike, welcome in.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. We're glad to have you. I think this is like just your second like real episode. We catch you at the NRAs and the SHOT shows and things like that, and have you on those episodes.
Yeah, that's
I think you were on season 2, like of the AK Corner. Season 2, episode 3, something like that.
that may be. I lose track. Sorry.
We're glad to have you back. To Mike's right, I'm going to go top row, Brady Bunch first. We have with the AR-15. I assume you're representing AR, Nathan. Is Nathan Mitchell, the AR-15 podcast.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I'm Nathan Mitchell. I'm the owner of Mitchell Defense. We manufacture ARs, so I'm clearly an AR fan.
Clearly Team AR. There you go. Very nice.
It's a better platform. I'm not entirely sure how AK's won 4 times in a row, but I got a feeling I'm going to find out here pretty soon.
Well, it's 3.
We'll learn you. We'll learn you. Don't
You're going
worry.
to learn today.
You see what he did right there? He said 4 times, and this is the 4th one, so he's already declared
Oh,
AK.
yeah, all right. I mean, yeah,
Way to go.
See, it's like that.
already calling it.
And then to his right, we have the leader of the AR-15 podcast, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nick Dooley.
Thanks for having me on again, Marty. I know longtime listeners will remember Tool Logic rape whistle knives and maybe hearing my voice from the past.
You were on earlier this year. We did a border episode. Nick's been down securing our borders to the best of his ability that they would have let him. Now he's going to be able to do it, I would assume, even better. Maybe we'll ask you about that.
Well, we'll see. That's
An update.
if I ever get back on mission with that. We did just send a group down there. Any more in my capacity, I just run the marksmanship program for South Dakota. So I no longer am doing anything other than instructing marksmanship for 5,200 soldiers and airmen.
Well, I mean, you got to know how to shoot them so they don't cross the border. So that works out great. And then bumping down below me, ladies and gentlemen, it's my co-host. It's the powerful, the great. You know him, you love him. He's the author of the AK-47 Survival and Evolution of the World's Most Prolific Rifle, ladies and gentlemen. Marco Vorobiev. Welcome in, Marco.
Hey, nice to be here. Yet again. I'm sure I'm going to win again. Well, I mean, me and my teammates, that is. Because in the title of that book, it's pretty much the statement of the win. The world's most prolific gun.
Now, you've got a hat on. You got to talk about your hat. You're always wearing a new hat.
Well, it's another innuendo, if you can read it.
Climax, what is it? Value lubricants?
Valve lubricants.
Nice.
But I found the next hat would be the best one. Check this
Hey,
out.
that's a great layout. Leave that layout there.
All right, read that because we don't speak whatever language that is.
it's
French
the
elite.
shooting. Yeah, it's the shooting federation of Italy during the 1960s Olympics. But better yet, this is
More.
water skiing federation of Italy for women. That's going to be the next hit.
Okay.
Harumph.
One more that it kind of undermines what.
Nice.
And then this one. Check this out.
Bull Shippers
Racing team.
Racing Team. Nice. I like that one. That would make a good tattoo. Switch, get that tattoo. All right, and then I got to do this layout because the other one screwed up my order of operation. Returning for you were on last episode, weren't you, Brian?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So we've got him for 2 episodes this year, ladies and gentlemen, and he never misses an AK versus AR battle. It's Brian Keeney with Occam Defense Solutions, ladies and gentlemen.
Bullying Nick Dooley is one of my favorite pastimes, and this is the chief. You know, it's like Christmas, except it's Bully Nick Day. So, you know, that's how it is.
That's how we roll.
Yeah.
And then this is I believe this is your first time on the show, Mike. Is this your first time on the Talking Lead podcast?
Yeah, I've been on with Nick before. I'm confused. I thought this was the 9mm versus 45 ACP podcast. So
same difference. Same difference. Yeah. It is. You're good.
Same thing, just to replace the words, and that's it.
Yeah.
Mike Branson, introduce yourself to the Leadhead Brigade since it's your first time.
Yeah, so I work with Gideon Optics. I've been in the optics space for about 10 years now. And so I have multiple ARs, multiple AKs. I've got one SBR of each sitting next to me that I can grab and use for show and tell if I need to. But I help design, market, test, and have everything to do with Gideon Optics. We make pistol dots, we make LPVOs, we make 1X prism scope. And the fun part of my job, the part that everybody wishes they could do, is that I get to do a lot of shooting, and I get to shoot cool prototype scopes that nobody's seen yet. And some of them actually pass all our tests and become real consumer products that people can then go and buy. And so I'm a very, very lucky dude. In fact, I hit the range all day today doing photos and video and stuff. And then just got home in time for the podcast. So life is good, boys.
We appreciate you joining us. Do you do red dots?
Absolutely. Yeah. Pistol.
I need one for this.
Is that the influencer?
This is the other one. This is the 2011.
The 2011? Yeah.
So
if you pull that rear sight off, does it turn into an RMSC footprint?
Yeah.
Is that what it does?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
We have stuff for that. And we're actually dropping more stuff between now and the end of the year. We're gonna have some Gen 2 stuff that'll go right on that. Really nice.
Very cool. Remind me, we'll pull your website up later.
Thank you.
Everybody. And then making his triumphant return to the podcast. We've missed him. It's been a while. He's been exploring the world, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our good buddy from Factory 47. It's none other than James, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for having me back. It's a good time always. So I'm excited to beat up on the AR guys tonight.
Yes, sir. Always good.
By the way, love the
You're
shirt,
on the
man.
AR side of the stream. You're in
AR side.
Yeah, he'll change that format again in a minute.
Yeah.
Then again, maybe I'm just sneaking in the back door here, and I'm.
There you go. There you go.
And then the voice that you heard, ladies and gentlemen, it's the pimp hand of America. You know him, you love him. He's with Student of the Gun. He is wearing his Christmas hat. Did you kill a leopard for that?
Cheetah print.
This is my pimp hat.
That's your pimp hat to go with your pimp hand.
I'm the pimp hand of America. I gotta have a pimp hat.
That is a pimp hat. I love that. That's great. So welcome in Paul Markel, Professor Paul Markel, ladies and gentlemen, joining us. And then to his right, we've got our good buddy, longtime leadhead, friend of the show. It's Joe Meaux with Aklys Defense. Joe, welcome in.
What's up, all? Glad to join you. Glad to be here. I believe this is my first versus battle. So
it is. I thought you'd been on the previous ones. I kept telling you that, hey, it's the same guys that are usually on it, but you've never been.
I think it's my first one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my bad. My bad. So I'm going to have to remove somebody because we got people in the lobby. We've got so many people here. We've got people in the lobby. So
Marty, I'll make it easy on you. I got to go in about 40 minutes.
Okay. So let me
booty now.
We're going to leave Marco on because he's got to leave soon. So we're going to add Ton Jones, ladies and gentlemen.
What is happening?
AKs are better.
Oh,
So we don't
understood the test.
oh, my bad. Shit.
What's that shit you got in the background, Ton?
Oh, shit, my bad. My AKs.
What is that? Is that an AK?
That is
My
what
AK.
the hell is that?
My AK and my bolt action that identifies as an AK. All 7.62 by 3.9. My AKs.
Very nice.
Gotta love my AKs.
Okay.
I guess I'm on
Okay.
Team AK.
Excellent.
And then
Yeah, I'm
we've
not a
got-
big fan of the other guns that were mostly popularized by COVID in like Brownell's shopping baskets. You know,
I
pop-up
think people are
stores.
going to have something to say about that green abomination.
My mutant. Yeah, my mutant. I love that thing.
And then also waiting in the lobby, ever so patiently. Let's bring him on the stage, ladies and gentlemen. It's my right hand man,
Who's muted?
Evan the Floodman, the Flood Munitions.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
What's up,
I'm
Floyd?
late, commuting.
Glad you could get off work.
Yeah, just barely got home. Left home to just for you guys and to obviously talk about how AKs are better.
My man. There we are.
I mean, to say the least, I think Team AR might be outnumbered. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we're getting like teamed up on here.
You know, that's okay. It's not the first time that ARs have been outnumbered by AKs, but we know how that generally works out.
Point Dooley. Dooley gets that point.
Yeah, but only a couple of AKs will still be running. That's all you need.
Yeah.
You need all those extra ARs.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got a shit ton of listener participation on this, and I just real quickly want to go through our prizes and thank everybody who's put up our prizes. So Mission First Tactical has put up a complete furniture, AR furniture kit. So they're going to include iron sights, the handguard, the stubby, the buttstock, the pistol grip, and they do dust covers. And this isn't one of theirs, but they also do muzzle devices. So you're going to get everything basically, but the barrel, the boat carrier, the upper, the lower, and the charging handle. So, and the trigger. But there you go. So Mission First Tactical, thank you for that. Seal One, we're going to complete Seal One gun cleaning kit. And they may do a suppressor cleaning kit because they're doing those now too. So
I've been trying to get them to do that because that stuff's a great ablative, like phenomenal ablative.
yeah, Seal One is an awesome product. So one lucky listener is going to get that. B5 Systems. B5 Systems has started producing AK furniture. And they're doing the handguard, which has got a nice aggressive texture to it. They're doing a stubby. They've got the pistol grips, and they're doing the butt stocks also, adjustable butt stocks. Somehow I've just got them, so there it is. And they do folders also, so they've got a couple of different models of the folders. So one lucky listener is going to get that kit. Gators iPro. Going to give away a pair of Gators iPro to one lucky listener. What else we got here? What am I forget? Oh, the Factory 47. James is going to give away a cup and a shirt. You see the shirt back here, and you're going to do 2 of those, right, James?
Yeah. Yep. 2 sets.
2 sets. So two winners for a shirt and one of these. I don't know if it's going to be this one or the big one. I need a big one, by the way. Somebody stole my big one.
Okay.
I got a little one.
Yeah, let's do the shirt and a big one.
And a big one. I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's perfect. And then drum roll, please, ladies and gentlemen. Dead Air silencers. And I don't have one of your silencers, but Dead Air is going to be putting up winner's choice of silencers, which is a Wolverine or a, what was the other one?
Lazarus.
The Lazarus.
Oh shit.
So that's the baller prize right there.
Oh, that's awesome.
right?
It's the Lazarus is a pretty cool little can.
Yeah.
The Triskelion, which I love the name. I love the baffle name.
Yeah, that's been super good for us. Great sounding can and very good tone and low back pressure to, like I say, give up you don't have to have horrible sound attenuation to get low back pressure.
Yep.
Damn.
Or the Wolverine. I mean,
You got to have fins and shit to have flow through.
Wolverine, my favorite can. Love a Wolverine.
It would be mine too if I had one.
Yeah, we should talk after this gets off.
We need shots fired.
And then also
Wolverine.
Also, and I do have one of these. I've got one of theirs. This is Aklys Defense. You get your choice of what are your two options that you put up, Joe?
Well, our primary AK can and our primary 5.56 AR can. So our Saber 5.56 or our Saber 360, which the 360 is just an all-around great can, but it performs phenomenally well with AKs. I know Brian has one. Marty has one. Ton probably needs one now that he's in.
I got him before you changed your name.
I know. I need.
Paul, do you have a can? You have one of ours?
No.
How is that possible?
What do you say, Paul? We need to fix yourself.
Yeah.
And
Talk
then
to my son.
What the damn hell?
Last but not least, Firebird Targets, probably the funnest thing that you can have on the range with you. They've got the new signal marker and the 65 bios.
Yeah, we're going to throw in a bunch of signal marker, probably at least one of every color, and a bunch of 65 bio to go with it, so you can make a big color mess all over the range, blow up, just have a lot of fun. We're going to throw in a bunch of signal marker and 65 bio and just pack a box full for you. I don't even know how much is going to fit in. We're just going to stuff a bunch of stuff in a box and ship it to the winner.
Might even throw a hat or something in there too, huh?
Got some patches, some hats. We're going to figure it out.
A mutant.
Green mutant. That's my hog killer. That's my hog killer.
Hey, are you making blue and pink signal markers?
Yes, we are.
Oh, God.
Yes, we have 9 different colors: blue, pink, purple, green, orange, black, cloaking black, which is great for competitions because when it goes off, the whole range goes dark. It's so fucked up.
I have some of the black ones and the red ones.
Mission First is going to throw in, if it's legal in your state, 30-round magazine. I mean, you might get a translucent one. Might get a window one, but you're also going to get a magazine from Mission First Tactical.
Hey, do you think those are going to be legal in Canada when it's 51 states now?
Ask Amanda. They just banned a whole nother round of guns in Canada, so I don't think guns are even legal there anymore. Fucking Canada.
It's not even legal to be Canadian.
So, is anybody raising hand backstage? Check those, the private chat for me there.
No one's commenting.
0 private chat.
Let's put Marco back. Stand by. Evan, I'm going to drop you.
Bye, Evan.
We want to put, because Marco's got a limited time. So let's get Marco on stage here and let's get started. What's up, Marnie? There's my favorite girl from North Dakota right there, or South Dakota. Or is it Montana? I forget. What's up, girl?
Yeah, can we keep her on? Because she's way more fun than Nick. I remember her from last time. She's way cooler.
Let's put them both on so we have 2 AR-15 people.
So what we asked you to do was, as the listeners, state your argument, whether you're Team AK, your Team AR. I made a post on Instagram that you could post your argument, or you could email me your argument. And for some reason, the majority of you decided to email me this time. trying to make things very easy on me, I guess. So let's just go ahead and jump into this, and I'll start reading the listeners' arguments, and then I'm going to let you, as the panel, vote on the best and who's going to get what, and let you guys delve out these prizes. So, and I'm going to do a refresh just to make sure I've got everybody's latest. Team AR, Team AK. Then I'll update the Instagrams there. All right, first one. And this is MG. I'm not going to read your names. I'll just read your initials. And MG says, why is the AK the better design? Answer. One of many pros to an AK design platform is the weapon's assembly, disassembly capability, allowing a user to easily troubleshoot their weapon for fast and efficient field cleaning. I wish you guys would spell check. The dust cover is easier to remove compared to the AR platform. Stupid pins, allowing any user to field strip a weapon at ease. Not as many devices, not as many crevices for dirt or mud to accumulate and jam the rifle. The AK platform is less likely to overheat and jam. So you guys make notes as I'm reading this to your arguments. With heavy, intense use such as firefight, granted accuracy will be reduced with overheating, estimating consecutive 200, 300 rounds or more being shot. While the AR platform is inferior to the AK, in an AR platform, the brass case can get jammed just above the bolt carrier and gas tube, rendering that weapon inoperable in a firefight or training situation, and it would take some time to clear that issue. If the AR is piston-driven, better hope the piston rod does not overheat, bend, or jam inside the rifle. An AR platform will jam and highly likely to misfire with consecutive overuse for 200, 300 rounds or more. The user will have to wait until the AR cools off till the weapon becomes operable. The AK reliability with environmental exposure such as mud or being submerged in rice paddy fields are no obstacle for the AK. It was a game changer in many past wars and still preferred weapon platform in many countries now. Some cons to this platform would be, I mean, now he's arguing against himself. MG, aka G-Man. So who wants to pick that apart first?
What he said.
I'd like to say that I think it's easier to take an AR-15 bolt out than an AK bolt. But I agree with him on the reliability. I don't know about the overheating part, but that's what I'd have to say about that.
Okay. Marco.
Yo. What he said. I mean, he said about this overheating stuff. Quite honestly, I mean, I have to be honest. So I've been shooting AR since 1994. I own numerous of ARs. Other than occasional misfeed, which probably attributed to magazines, I really didn't have any kind of overheating or any other major problems at all. So, but I never, served with it. I never been in adverse conditions with that gun. I can only speak for AK reliability. Also, one needs to remember when you're comparing the two, you got to compare sort of like a similar guns to similar guns, because if you take what's the standard barrel length on the M16? Is it 22?
Team AR?
Yeah, an M16. How much?
The old M16 was 20.
20. And you comparing it to a 16-incher, which is not really the correct. But when they shortened the M4 down to 14 and a half, then it actually had an adverse effect of shortening the little range for that particular gun. So, I mean, if shit hit the fan, and the only gun that I can reach within my hand, within my arm reach, is AR. I wouldn't hesitate, but I would prefer AK, and not any kind of AK, but AK-74.
There you go. So, Team AR, do you have you want to take issue with MG's argument for Team AK?
I think traditionally, as far as the AK platform, I mean, yes, it was built to be, proven to be more reliable, depending on which war we're talking through. But I mean, the AR platforms came so far since then. I mean, the modern manufacturing and then different coating technologies, all kinds of stuff. I mean, when I don't know what an AK is designed to run out to. I mean, we tested our rifles out to 17,000 rounds without failure. So I don't think reliability is really a problem in the AR platform anymore.
Do you think his argument on the AR platform is the brass case can get jammed just above the bolt carrier and gas tube rendering the weapon inoperable is a valid argument?
No.
Okay.
The AK has its own failure mode that's very similar to that. Pappas can probably back me up on this, but there's a failure that happens particularly with 5.45 and 5.56 AKs where you have a failure to eject, and the casing will go alongside the trigger group inside the square receiver, and it'll go back into where the trigger group is, and you're lights out at that point. Like, I've had it happen maybe 3 or 4 times in my whole life. It's happened. But when it happens, it's a showstopper. Like, you are not getting that gun apart.
What?
I'd like to interject there. First of all, a 5.56 AK is absolutely not an AK.
It's not an AK. Yep.
Another thing is, sorry, Mike, I'm going to have to argue with you on this one. I had actually numerous occasions when did that actual thing happen, and a big heavy bolt group just smashes that freaking casing against the rear trunnion, and the gun continues to fire. And
I've had it clearing the fire control group, and then I can't.
It goes past it. It goes past it. It never sticks to fire control group. And then another thing is, you just push the button, take the top cover, and shake the fucker right out. So I don't know about lights out or you're done for a day or whatever. I've seen it happen. It didn't happen to me, but I've seen it happen actually in the gunfight. So the casing was smashed against the back trunnion, the rear trunnion, and the gun continued to fire.
Yeah, and it's extremely rare, but so is the AR failure he was describing, also extremely rare.
I never heard of that failure with AR, quite honestly.
The bolt override, bolt overrides happen, but not very often. They're pretty rare.
They do, and there is actually a technique that we train now to make those a lot easier to pop out from what they used to be. Because it used to be you just mortar the hell out of it to get the bolt carrier group to come back. We've actually found a technique now where you can strip it out in about 2 seconds. It'd be about the same amount of time as taking the dust cover off of an AK.
What do you do?
It's so as it comes up, you can force that malfunction to happen, like for training purposes. So as it comes up, everybody's probably seen a double feed before, but as that comes up, you'll push back, and they'll make a tool for it. You can use another round, but you'll push back and pull just a little bit back. As you pull back on the charging handle, you drop your magazine out and then slide back with pressure on the bolt face to push that back as it goes into that gas key on top. It's the bolt override. You don't have to just beat the hell out of it anymore. There's a handful of techniques you can do to make it quicker.
I feel the need at this time to quote Jay Gibson and let you know, Nick, although you might know this already, but a double feed costs extra in Vegas.
I do, and I can see that, and
yep,
those are
all right. Any more comments on MG?
I think the only thing he had with the overheating issue had to do specifically with the original fielding of the M16s when they didn't use the right ammunition, and they were shooting them continuously on full auto. There was an issue with fouling and overheating in the gas tube, but that has since been remedied, like even into the A1.
Mike said, "Tell me you served in NAM without telling me you served in NAM." Patty Fields, because he said Patty Fields. I don't know. I don't know if he did or not. He doesn't say here.
Yeah, he did. He said Patty Fields.
All right, next one.
Thank you for your service.
JM. Look, he's Team AK. Look, I used to just be a gun guy in general. Started like most building, really putting together ARs. Once I got my first AK, everything changed, all caps. In my GED education opinion, the AK is better because it just feels better when shooting. It's more sturdy. There is like 5 main things to make it work. If stuff breaks, it's easy to rig up and still work and function while missing parts. It's built and designed to work no matter what. You can bury this thing in dirt, come back days, weeks, or months later, and it still works. I've walked by someone's AR before with a snow cone, and it stopped working before. Anyways, I'm an AK guy. I'll most likely always be an AK guy. This is my platform that works, and I love it, as do many countries who choose to use it in wartime. But here's my reply. Love the podcast. Have a good one. Midwest Savage, JM. So that was funny.
I have a response to that.
Okay, please.
So this is one of those ones where, again, I'm going to do something that we normally say is out of character, where we stick up for the other teams. But one of the things when you talk about this is looking at ARs versus AKs, and you talk about walking by people who have issues with their ARs or having, it's not gassed right and stuff because you've been building them in your, mom's basement. If you've ever seen a basement build AK that didn't function right, it happens a lot because guys put things together wrong.
A lot.
And the same thing happens where ARs are easier to build. So you do see a lot of homemade ARs that will go through and be running, but the homemade AKs will either not run or barely run. And we kind of have to look at the same thing where we're putting them on the same playing field, because a quality rifle is a quality rifle. And the early 90s, when we had $100 AKs and $99 build kits, are a thing of the past, and I wish they were still here. But that is one thing I am going to say is, remember when you're looking at some of these home builds, a home build AK and a home build AR might not exactly be the same thing.
Yeah, that's a really good point, is that skilled armors and top shelf machining are needed no matter what to make a hard use firearm. And a badly built AR is about as useful as a badly built AK.
Very true.
And so I've actually started building ARs recently to understand the enemy a little bit.
What?
And one thing that is just shocking that doesn't get said enough, and I didn't come up with this phrasing, I wish I had, but the AR was built beautifully, designed beautifully for where we are in the Industrial Revolution. And what used to be really hard shit to make on manual machines is kind of cake now. And so there's no doubt that you can, dollar to dollar, the value has shifted very much to the AR because of the improvements in manufacturing. AKs were designed for rock bottom bill of material cost going into it, and their labor was free. The whole we pretend to work and they pretend to pay us kind of thing. And so as communism has fallen and they don't have slaves to make AKs anymore, the AK has gotten a lot more expensive. And so I think that the two platforms are nice enough where we should do both of them the respect of doing the apples to apples thing that Nick is discussing.
Actually, can I comment? Go ahead. Go ahead, James.
I was just going to say that I think that's a point for AK though, because you basically have bad guns being produced all over, but that's so much more plentiful from the AR platform because anybody can go to a gun store, grab some random parts, throw together a junk AR with mostly junk parts from, lowest bidder
Bear
parts
Creek.
off mom and pa gun stores. I won't name any.
Hey,
And,
Bear Creek's good. Shut up.
and then what you have is this flooded market of bad rifles that are predominantly AR. So, that's a point for AK. You have a better chance of having a rifle you can defend your life with an AK in the American market than an AR.
Right. I just want to mention something to Brian's point. The reason why AKs went up in price is not because of they don't have a slave labor anymore. I mean, they never had in the military industrial complex during the Soviet times, during wars, never. But the reason why they went up in price is because Obama's administration on the top of the with the what's his name? Who do we have the president that's about to Biden? Biden. They made sure to take out about 1 million imported AKs from the marketplace. So about 600,000. All the Segas are gone, all the Vepers are gone. You know what I mean? And then, of course, anything that's any industry that was being supported by those imports, kind of had to shut down in a way. So now we're looking at. Who would ever dream that the Wasser 10 would sell for close to $600 or $700, where they used to be like a $250 guns all day long.
Yep. Totally agree, 100%.
So I think that coincided with a lot of other intangibles too, like Chinese guns not coming in, and a lot of these other comp-block countries that made and produced the AK are either switched to NATO or they kind of dissolved altogether. So we're not seeing numerous different countries' rifles coming in, not just the Russian, block from Obama's administration. So you have this kind of whole AK industry dried up overnight, and a couple of us were fortunate enough to jump on that right before then, and the rest of now are, you got to pay for what's left and what's available, or, and what somebody's willing to sell it for. So I think it was kind of a conglomeration of a lot of things that caused that price jump to happen.
Right. 100%.
So I just want to point this out. Nick had brought up Bear Creek Arsenal, and, they're innovative, if nothing else. They have a bolt action AR upper now. Have you seen this?
Is that for
I've seen them before.
Yeah, they changed up. They took the gas system off and added it is a manually operated AR that I think might be legal in California.
Yeah,
maybe.
It's a banned state gun for sure.
Has anybody ever shot a bolt action AR?
No.
Yes.
I have. I've shot a 308 bolt action AR, and you get 1,000% of the recoil. They're not comfortable guns.
Oh wow, really?
Ton has
I've shot the pump action ARs.
Yes, I have.
Troy made those, didn't they? Didn't they make a pump action?
I shot one last week and didn't realize my adjustable gas block was all the way closed, and it became a bolt action AR.
Well, there's an argument for the AK right there.
Yeah, I've shot the ARs and the AK.
Hang on, they're straight pull AKs in existence actually in Europe. The one that you actually have to pull and hand load it every time.
Yes,
pump
I
action
actually
AK
shot one while I was
too.
in Ostrava in Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Australia is big about the pump action conversions. So I've shot ARs and AKs in pump, which is kind of interesting. AR obviously is way easier to set up than the AR one.
For the sake of this battle, though, Australia and California shouldn't count for comparisons.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's very true.
Or
on
New
any
Jersey.
side.
Very true. Very true.
True. That's true. All right, next one. Jason or J.E. Jason Edgar. I mean, everybody knows Jason Edgar anyway, so he don't mind his name being said. Team AK argument. This is not a new topic. Over the past several years here on the AK Corner, we have discussed multiple reasons why the AK is superior. Tolerance, ruggedness, caliber, tapered cartridge, and so on. He's been listening. Every argument has been discussed, and they are all valid. The AR sucks at running the 7.62 by 3.9, but the AK runs the 5.56 like a champ. And you rarely see an AR in 5.4, 5 by 3.9, or in a bullpup. Marco, it's simply the fact that in the iconic 1954 movie Red Dawn.
Did you say bullpup?
It slipped in there, yeah. It slipped in
Oh,
there.
hang on. I'll be. Whoa, God.
Okay, so you can bullpup an AK easier. That's a point for the AR.
Totally. For once in my life, Nick.
Everyone agrees. I agree with that.
That is very good, very good. But I mean, maybe for some. What was that guy that constantly asked me bullpup questions? Then,
well,
Marty?
this isn't him. This is a different.
I know,
guy.
but who's
Brandon Hurst? B. Hurst.
Yeah, B. Hurst.
It's coming. Trust me.
Yeah, I know. So he's just to make him as a legitimate caller about legitimate product. It's a huge, huge deduction for the ARs. So provided bullpup is a legitimate platform, you can't bullpup the AR. You just cannot.
But Jason gets a point here because he's referencing Red Dawn. So he said, Jed and his followers, resistance fighters, picked up their father's hunting rifle and went fleeing to safety. Over time, they progressed in using fighting weapons. This was key for them to survive and fight back for invasion. The one weapon that was chosen more over any other was the AK. One can say it was because that's what was left behind by their fallen enemies. 5.56 was hard to come by for them. I guess us Americans can run those commie guns. I know it's a movie, but damn, they nailed it. They didn't choose no AR-style fighting rifles.
1984. Like,
can we update our fantasy invasion scenario a little bit?
Negative.
Well, they did. They did. They
guys in
re-released
my
it.
favorite fantasy TV show. Well, they ran ARs, so
no, they didn't re-release it, Joe. That does not count. That does not count.
Yeah, that's the. It's not the documentary; it's the film adaptation.
Yeah, there you go.
Another thing, and it's just badass to build an AK for yourself and not just assemble an AR. Assembling an AR is like only getting to second base when building an AK is going all the way, baby. Team AK, some of your smartest guests build AKs.
As a newly deflowered AR builder, I completely agree with him. You want to talk about the hand job of gunsmithing is building an AR.
Yeah. It's Lego sets for
Fucking
grown-ups.
lame. Yeah. Super lame.
I definitely agree. There's a point for AK when it comes to the assembly or building portion. When you go pressing rivets and grinding and cutting, and you spend a day in the shop just bringing one back to life, that's the most man shit thing there is. There's no honor in assembling an AR.
It's anticlimactic.
It is therapeutic, though.
I mean, I have built several just recently, and one of them is a machine gun, and the other one is a in 300 Blackout, the SBR, and it was anticlimactic. I just it went together like a freaking Lego erector set or whatever, and I was like, "Is that it? Is that it?" My hands are not even freaking dirty.
See, now what you're saying, Marco, is that one rifle was made to be shot by children, and one was made to be built by them. So we value our children.
Okay. I mean, there's
you're awesome. You're on the point every time on the point, man.
If you're going to build an AR to the same standards,
but previous guy's comment where he said the snow cone reference.
Yeah.
So
but so I'm going to go ahead and declare it's a TKO. It's like the first round TKO. The fight is over, as far as I'm concerned. But I gotta go. I'm just gonna throw it to some of you AK builders real quick. This is the list of newly manufactured AK 103 parts that we bring in. Everything, the entire gun minus the receiver and the barrel. So if Marty be so kind, well, he's got my contact information. So if you're ever interested,
Hold that up again.
Yeah, Marco, we need to chat for sure. Let's chat after the show or tomorrow or something.
Oh, sure. This is like a look at the prices. Let's see. Where is it?
Other side.
Other side.
There you go. Over there. $35.
What you got on the trunnions?
It's completely trunnion. Hang on.
Just tell us.
Front trunnion with the bullet guide installed, $52.
Holy
shit!
Forged?
Yeah. Forged. The front base is also chromed. The gas chamber is chromed. The muzzle device is chromed, and so on and so on. All new manufacture, not like a cutout, kit or anything. So, anybody interested?
Contact you directly, kind of deal, Marco?
Say again.
Is this just contact you directly kind of deal, or is there a website?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
It's my thing. It comes from non-sanctioned country who had the Russians build them a plant back in 2003 to make 103 AKs.
Oh, no shit.
Gotcha.
And we got all the Form 6s. I already brought in 2 large orders, one in August, one in September, working on another one. So
we need to talk.
I think
all right.
All of it.
Should I type in my phone number right here in chat so everybody
That'd be
has
great.
it?
No, there's a group email, Marco. Just respond to that group email.
Oh, when I get it? All right.
Yeah.
Super.
Well, you got it already with the link. That's how you got the link.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Respond there.
But anyway, it's nice to see you guys, and nice to see that all of you.
Marco, pleasure, buddy.
Great.
Thank you so much.
See you, Marco.
Nick, never surrender.
Never will.
The t-shirts are the best.
Thanks. Have a good
Paul,
one.
if you can hear me, just give me a call and talk about bayonets. So, guys, nice to see you.
Thanks, Ben.
Take care, Marco.
Take care.
See you, Marco.
All right.
Nathan, I think you were going to say something that I was interested to hear.
Yeah, no, I was there was something I was gonna say. I was talking about. So I mean, if you're talking about building an AR that's at the same level as an AK, then yes, it's super easy. You buy a parts kit, you get a gun that works and shoots 4 MOA. But if you're actually trying to build an AR that's like quality, like more, in my opinion, rifles need 3 things in order for them to actually be good. They have to be accurate, durable, and reliable. I mean, you would never want to take something out into the field or in a tactical situation that doesn't meet one of those requirements. And that's why I'm like, AKs are just not that, because AKs are just not accurate. So not one of these things we even talked about, as you mentioned accuracy. But like, so I mean,
we'll get there.
Let me set the trap. What's your spec for accuracy?
Sub MOA.
Cool.
I will attest to the Mitchell Defense rifles. They are probably the most accurate factory ARs I've ever shot.
I think I want to add something to what Nathan just said, though.
Yeah.
Let me add something. So I've got 7 ARs, and only one of them is a factory gun. It's an arrow gun because I'm a poor. They had a deal a couple years ago where you could get an M16A4 clone for like $750, and I had to jump on that. But other than that, I build them all myself. But all of my home built AR guns are 5.56 guns, and they're not exotic. Like I've got a couple of SBR uppers, and I got a precision build, and they all have their different roles or whatever. But like I feel like any Joe Bob can do get some tools from Brownells, watch some YouTube videos, throw together a 5.56 gun, and it will probably more or less work, which is not the same thing as what Nathan's doing with his company. Not the same thing at all. But I will say this. In my experience, when guys that I've talked to stray from the proven, from 5.56, 223 caliber, and from proven gas systems, and they start getting squirrely with it, the results are a disaster every time. And I've had it happen really more than anything with my hunting guys, hunting friends of mine. They're like, oh, I got this AR, blah, blah, blah. Well, I want to go hunting with it, and I don't want to hunt deer with this poodle shooter 5.56 caliber. So I'm going to pick this 6.5 Grendel. And I'm like, cool, good luck. And then 100% of the time, 6.5 Grendel doesn't run reliably worth a darn. Well, what about I could do 300 blackout supersonics? Well, guess what?
Fuck me.
AK has 300 blackout supersonics. It's a 124 grain projectile doing 2,200 feet per second called 7.62x39. It's the same bullet weight going the same velocity, but it works. The only reason 300 blackout supersonics exist is because nobody can get 7.62x39 to work worth a dang. In the
And they have pronouns.
Yeah.
My 7.62x39 works great, by the way.
Until it breaks at the cam pin. Have fun when that happens.
I ain't any issues with
Bolt's
it.
gonna break at the cam pin. They all do.
We'll see.
They all do.
I mean, I've not put a
For
1,000
locking
rounds.
lugs, we typically see a cone fracturing of all the locking lugs. About 3,500
I also have a
rounds.
6.5 Grendel that has run really great too. Haven't had any issues with it.
Yeah, we
can.
CMMG did it right when they did their 7.62x39 AR, and they did it in the Mutant because they went with a 308 bolt. Yeah,
Cool.
Tom's pointing at his.
Yeah.
They went with a 308 bolt, which actually is beefier and can handle. It's not milled out to accept that
Hold
wide
it up,
rim
son.
cartridge. Yeah.
Well, that's like when
That's the answer. That's your real solution, but that's not an AR-15. That's an AR-308, is what it really is.
It's a mutant.
It's a mutant.
And that's like where, like, I mean, any weapon system. I mean, there's multiple things inside of a rifle that make it more reliable and actually work. I mean, you have the buffer system, the bolt carrier group, and the way the barrel seats. I mean, those are three things that have to be right in a platform in order for it to run reliably. I mean,
last month,
you have like all these people.
Yeah, we went over 50,000 rounds in this year as of last month.
Dang.
Yeah, and so far we've topped over 200 and I think it was 290,000 rounds through this gun, and nothing's broke so far.
I think Floody had something he wanted to say.
Yeah, no, I was just saying with the 308 AR, or sorry, 7.62 AR, you got to do the 308 bolts, like Mike was saying. I've heard a lot of bad things, like they were saying the cam breaks. So, CMMG definitely did it right with that. Did you say 290,000 rounds?
290,000 rounds through it.
I am not budgeted for that.
Yeah, what the hell? We're spending that kind of money, bro.
So, has anyone ever looked at 6.5 Grendel versus 7.62x39?
Ballistically? And
no, like the cases.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A tapered case, like it's just neck down.
Yeah.
So if you wanted it to run, that's what you would do, is run it in a mutant like that. That's a thing.
We've destroyed a lot of shit, bro.
Yeah, I have too. I just didn't have any sponsors or anyone else paying for it.
No, this was actually, we end up getting a couple pallets of ammunition on a really good deal, and we've done hog hunts. Every hog hunt we've done in North Texas has been with this gun, and it has been just one of those things where it's become an icon for every hunting trip. They ask if we're bringing out the Green Mutant, and with the Black Sheep Outdoors, when we go out, it is just ridiculous. This is one of the most famous 3-hour hog hunts we've done.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it's that's when we got kicked out of the restaurant after.
Hey, that's your wife you're showing there. Watch out.
Yeah. I'll tell her you said that. Yeah, that was a 3-hour hog hunt.
Dang.
Yeah, and that was all done with that gun.
That'll do, pig.
Yeah.
Proven. All right, next one. Let's go to CB here. And we got our first team AR. Check this out. I am team AR since that's my husband's favorite type of gun. He really needs to buy a suppressor for it. The range is close enough to the house that it scares our dogs. He let me try shooting one of his AKs, but it was heavier and harder to control. I definitely like his AR more. So there's a wife
Who picked these?
commenting for the.
So what she
ARs can
There
be a
you
lot
go.
lighter, man.
Well, there you
There's
go.
a
The
lot of
AR is
good
for your
tape.
wife.
Yeah.
If you like a lightweight carbine, you don't start with the Kalashnikov.
No.
Well, okay. What's the rack weight of an M16?
I don't know what her bra size
7
is.
pounds.
What's the rack weight of an AK again?
Like 8.6.
I don't speak kilograms.
7 fucking pounds. They weigh the same. Believe it or not. I know the original AK feels heavier, but their rack weight is the same.
I'll bet the recoil is what's getting her on that.
Yep.
Wow.
All right, so
Or
there,
loaded
that's
mag.
CB.
Loaded mag.
Loaded
Bring that up
mag,
a lot.
different story. Totally. Yeah.
Another team AR. This is Mustang Perry. Why the AR is better design? The ease of assembly. It is much easier to make into an ambidextrous setup. There is a higher number of supported calibers, still adding more. Better aftermarket part support. It's a higher, lighter recoil in standard 5.56 It's a lighter weight, so it's easier to carry more ammo. Not to do with the design, but the area where I live, it would be much easier to find ammo and parts if any disaster or attack were to happen. This is going to be a great episode. I'm really excited to see all the guests on this one. I was lucky enough to meet Mike Pappas at GOA in Knoxville. He was very helpful with information on different cans, and especially with describing the differences and benefits, drawbacks of the different trust. Hopefully I can get my first can soon. So
Do it. You'll
All right,
never go
so
back. Get that can.
the availability of parts doesn't matter in the AK because we don't need new parts.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah, I got
but
to
now
go.
Marco has availability of parts. So
and the
Marco's
weights are the same. So yeah, everything's, we just destroyed that whole argument.
How
Lighter-
many injectors have you been through on the Mutant, Tom?
None.
Really?
Jeez.
Yeah, this thing nothing's been replaced.
Really?
Rings?
Wow.
Yeah,
Run the
nothing,
308 bolt.
Gas rings?
nothing's been replaced.
That's got,
Well,
yeah,
remember,
I'm
it's-
impressed with the 308. Yeah.
It's a pretty impressive system, but remember you're shooting 7.62 by 39 and something designed for 308. So
Right.
it's
Yeah.
Right.
3
Fair.
times the duty
That's still
cycle.
wild. Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, have you ever shot a mutant?
I'm waiting, but yeah, this thing is not been repaired yet.
Wow.
Paul,
I want to see the barrel on that thing.
No, I'm not.
you never have?
No,
Just at
not
the
that
range.
cool. It's
Good point,
it's
Nathan.
funny.
I'd like to see a bore scope on that barrel.
Yeah. Or
Mhm.
you even see the gas erosion from that.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's a lower velocity, so I think it'd be fine too. Lower pressure.
we had that conversation when I was up at CMMG this year. He's like, you're probably going to need a new barrel soon. I said, yeah, sooner or later. He's like, no, sooner
Please.
than later.
Please put
You're
one
probably
in.
shooting a musket at this point.
Yeah. I said, yeah, the groups have definitely opened up a bit. He's like, yeah, you're probably shooting a smooth bore.
Well,
All right, next
Headspace too might be a little dodgy by now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I mean, if you're
So-
hunting hogs like that, I mean, it means you're just shooting into a group, so it really doesn't matter accuracy-wise, I guess.
Oh no, everything's because the fields out here in Texas usually come up on a sounder that you're between 100 and 200 yards at night, and
Mhm.
if you get anything under 75 yards, you're lucky, and you're picking them off. So we're letting them fly.
All right, next question. DB. Actually, this is Lights Out Okie Coyote, so he's a regular. Best reason, it runs topless. Team AK.
Boom.
AK is possibly the most widely used weapon in any conflict around the globe at any point in time during any day. It lends to its loose design and ability to operate under any conditions. It is the most nostalgic wartime firearm and most recognizable. While it may not be the most accurate, which we've discussed this in the past, it more than makes up for that in robustness. Good luck, Team AK. Thank you for your time. Lights out, Okie Coyotes. So I think we've dispelled the inaccuracy several times on this show already in the past. So
who else here? Well, I know that I'm the only one who's probably put any amount of time behind a Mitchell defense rifle, but I would love to put Brian and Nathan together on the range with their rifles together, because I think that would be an amazing experience for everyone involved. Because
I think that needs to be the next.
I agree,
Brian. So, we're actually planning it's like a 20,000 round test coming up pretty soon. We're going to be running 2 different rifles, one suppressed, one unsuppressed. I would love to get an AK out there and run the exact same test side by side.
Fuck yeah. There's a problem that ours is probably, I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but we're a bad one to pick. Because most of our guns ship sub MOA and and have adjustable gas for cans.
So Paul just did a nice article on the ODS 1775. Paul, talk about your article you just pumped out.
Oh, I just I thought not enough people knew about the Occam Defense rifle and how it started, and so I wrote it up for an online magazine called Shoot On. And, I, like many of you, I don't know about many of you, but I met Brian through James Yeager. He called me up and he said, "Hey, I'm standing here with this guy who's got a genius idea, but you're not allowed to tell anybody. But I want him to tell you about it." So Brian got on the phone with me, and I think we did a Facebook video chat or something, but showed me the rear sight tower for the 8K, and the rear sight tower is just flat out genius because it puts the optic exactly where it needs to be, and it puts it on something that's stable. But the problem with the AK, and the reason that people don't buy those, is because you can't assemble that on your gun. You can't put that on your gun on your workbench in your garage. It has to be put on by a qualified gunsmith, and which is, I believe, if Brian will agree, that's why he had to come up with a Merc design. He said because by watching a YouTube video and having a set of hand tools, you can install a Merc, or you can't install the rear sight tower. And then of course we have our AK, our ODS 1775 that Brian built for us, and it balances supremely well. It is deceptively light for the size of it. You pick it up and people can't believe it feels lighter than a wooden furniture AK, probably because it is, and it shoots. When I zeroed the first red dot on it way back when, the 3 rounds, once it was adjusted, went into a 1/2 inch at 50 yards. So yeah, and I just believe that not enough people are aware of that. And the fact is that Brian has done a lot of really good things. And the fact that our industry, the AK industry, has not licensed the rear sight tower to put on factory guns is just flat out stupid. And it just goes to show how stupid some of the people in our industry are. And it's innovative. And unfortunately, I believe we will all agree that the vast majority of humans are just imitative. They just do what's been done before because they're afraid that the new idea won't be accepted, so they just don't do it. But Brian is pretty much the master of innovation when it comes to things like that. And so I don't know how many people here are
building. Can't fit Brian's head on this screen anymore.
Yeah, but no, seriously, the fact that there's no factory AK being built that has licensed the rear sight tower from Brian is just stupid. It's ridiculously stupid.
And it's not for me like telling these guys when if they call that it's going to be $300 a gun to license it. I've literally had no serious inquiries. It's crazy. And the perception among the marketers at these big companies is that people buying AKs just want a cheap gun and don't want to pay for quality. And I
They're
feel
more
like we've
expensive than
proven
ARs now.
with
Yeah.
well, we sell a $4,000 AK that people can't get. Our wait list is years long.
Talk to
Like-
Jim Fuller. I mean, Jesus.
And yeah, so people
Yes.
will pay. And so at a certain point, some of the big manufacturers, I hope, are going to say, hey, they really mean it. I just haven't seen it yet. So, you know, when you're at NRA, yell at the big AK companies that it'd be really nice if you could put a red dot on one of their guns off the rack, which to me is just like, it's
A no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
Can I get on the soapbox to piggyback onto that?
Do it quick because we got a lot of questions. So
I'm the optics guy here, and you know, point to the AR practically instead of the AK is that almost nobody is making optics designed to go on the AK. I run RS Regulate mounts, and I run Ultimax, and I run Midwest Industries, and whatever I can get my hands on. But even us at Gideon Optics, we have not designed an optic specifically to go on a Kalashnikov because the AR is so much more popular in the US. It makes sense for us to design everything to go on the AR first, and then I have to come out with an adapter later on. Like, I'll just grab this one. So here's RS Regulate mount, and I've got a 1x prism scope on here on a low profile mount. But this is an AR optic that I've retrofitted to work. It works well with an AK once I get, you know, $250 worth of mount sorted out. But it comes with a riser mount in the box to just plop it on an AR right out of the box, right? And every optic out there is like that. It's hard to put LPVOs on AKs. It's hard to put red dots on AKs. It's hard to put prism scopes on AKs, and that sucks. At some point when I grow up and I'm a real boy, whatever, I'm gonna design an optic that's designed for the Kalashnikov, but I don't know how it'll sell. But I want to do it. I want to design an optic that will go on the AK first instead of being retrofitted to fit it later. One of these years, it'll happen.
A Cobra clone.
All right, next question.
Fine AR.
Yeah.
BH Team AR. There's a lot of noise from AK guys about how the AR gas system shits where it eats. But jokes on them. I'm into that shit. The AR gas system is beautiful in its simplicity and works fine when not using inappropriate powders. Choosing the AK because it's not as picky. Sus is like choosing a Model 94 Winchester because it can be loaded up with black powder. VH.
Okay, Team AR, what's simple about the AR gas system?
Well, I will say what's simple about the AR system is that the bolt carrier is actually the piston for it, because it just has a longer gas, like the gas piston is actually the bolt itself. If you want to get into how the direct impingement system works, it comes back, and that does make it a simpler moving part. Instead of having that piston that has the long travel, you're only moving the length of the bolt itself.
Doesn't the gas go through the little weird snorkel you guys stick on the top? You know, that weird snorkel.
The gas key.
Whatever that fucking.
He's talking about the
weird
gas
thing is,
key.
it looks like it wants to break off and often does. That's like staked on, really ugly. That thing.
Yeah. Hey, it's just moving.
So
the
after the gimpy snorkel, where does the gas go, Nick? Tell me about the gas and the simplicity.
Then the gas comes out the ejection port. And
Doesn't
down
it
the
go
magazine.
down into the bolt?
It goes everywhere.
Bolt and then out the gas
Doesn't it have to like move the fucking bolt? And aren't there like rings that wear out? How many rings are there, Nick?
Oh, there's 3 gas rings in the
Hey,
in the
so
bolt.
the one thing with the gas rings, so like the gas rings are a huge problem in the AR platform, and the reason is that people are putting stainless steel gas rings like on there, and it's taking the brute of what you're talking about, all the gas and all the heat that's coming out of there. I mean, there are simple fixes to that though. Like, we coat our gas rings. Our gas rings last like 4 or 5 times longer than what like standard gas rings are. I mean, there's simple manufacturing things you can do. It's like, I mean, James mentioned it earlier in the that like the AR market's just flooded with crappy ARs, and it gives AR such a bad rap. But like I always talk like the direct impingement system is the difference between that and a piston system. I mean, think about like the harshness on parts. I mean, you're getting back there, but in a piston system, it's like taking a hammer and slamming that bolt. And then, or would you rather take an air hose and move that bolt?
Has anybody noticed?
See, in the AK, the bolt doesn't get stuck the way it does in the AR, so it's a little different.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the gas, it really does work the same way. I mean, the gas is still gracefully pushing on the piston for an AK.
Yeah, but it's slamming metal to metal though. It's not air pushing metal.
It's air pushing metal. It's exactly what's happening. Air comes out the gas port, softly pushes the piston of the AK, and then the gas self-regulates.
Because it's a long stroke. If it was a short stroke, it'd be metal on metal.
Okay, gotcha.
All right.
It's not SKS.
Paul had his hand up.
Well, I'm going to cut Paul off because he's my homie. Nathan, you were about to drop some knowledge. What do you recommend? One, can people buy your hot shit rings? And two, what are the maintenance intervals for shitty rings and your rings?
So I mean, I think that I like recommend. I mean, there's so many things that go into like the rate of fire, like all that kind of stuff, like all that stuff. I think it's like every 6,000 rounds you're supposed to change your rings out on a stainless steel rings. Ours is about every 20,000 rounds.
Sweet, that's a big deal.
It's significantly longer, and then it also like they're coated with a high lubricity, so it aids in that locking and unlocking. So you're not like the rings themselves aren't sticking to the inside of the upper the bolt carrier group, so it aids that reliability.
And this is that thing that like, sorry, I'll get off the soapbox in a second, but this is what's the difference between capitalism and communism, is that the AK got good in the 50s, 60s, and then it just fucking stopped. And the M16 was a piece of hot garbage in the early 70s. And you guys in capitalism have made extraordinary improvements to where it's a really top shelf rifle for reliability if done well, as far as I can tell. And it's really cool. America. Sorry, Paul and everybody else.
Oh, you got something to say to that?
Well, actually, I was just going to ask the panel, has anybody else noticed how nobody gives a shit about piston-driven ARs anymore? Whereas 15 years ago, if you didn't have one, you're a pariah.
We're not supposed to be complaining about this, right?
No, I'm just saying that they just kind of work themselves out.
I think that the reliability was the issue, because I mean, the HK416 came out, and that was like special operations was using that for every operation just because they were reliable. I mean, Ron Holmes.
They were breaking the shit out of them in Afghanistan.
Yeah,
the 416s, they were breaking the shit out of them.
Yeah, they stopped using them, but like a DI system, I mean, with technology, modern manufacturing, they became just as reliable as a piston-driven AR system. So and then they're also easier to work on. The parts aren't proprietary. They could get them pretty much anywhere from any place. So that's where it got to the point where it's like, all right, is it actually that much better to be dealing with all the headaches that comes with it?
Can I say something? And
please.
This is something I've noticed. Piston-driven guns, the bolt carrier rides in a rail, like a channel in the receiver. And when you have a AR-15 that's had a conversion done to it, the bolt carrier gets, I don't know, my camera's faced the wrong way. Sorry, gets tilted down into the receiver. So you're kind of doomed to fail there unless you put rails like a FN49, FAL, AK, name it, whatever you want to name. They have rails in the receiver for the bolt carrier to ride in. And if you don't have that, you probably should not put the piston in.
Well, they fixed that with the foot skis on the back of the bolts, which again, I mean, it's a Band-Aid for something that's not well, but it does fix the geometry issue with the skis back there.
Yeah.
Also, one of the things,
but yeah.
When you look into when you get into piston-driven semi-automatic rifles that are outside of the world of the scope of this conversation of AK versus AR, when you get into the new Bren 2s and even the Scars to a certain point and all of those things, they are all based, anything that is a short stroke piston those are all based on kind of the same thing, and it's one of these because they're all more or less
AR.
Yes. They're AR 180s.
Yep, they are all more or less AR 180s and just different dresses.
Stoner figured out the piston system 60 years ago, and then 15 years ago, the AR manufacturers were all scrambling to try and figure out a new system when Stoner had already figured it out, and it was ridiculous. It was stupid.
All right,
if he would have put the right magazine in it, it would have taken off.
Team AK, Michael Sherlinsky. Hey guys, Michael Sherlinsky here from Northeast Pennsylvania. And I wonder if he's the McDonald's guy. I just want to say, firstly, how awesome this podcast is. In modern times, in my opinion, I find it difficult to pick a true winner of which is best. I am a diehard AK enthusiast, and when you list the facts of which system is better, we must start with the obvious with the AK. Extremely reliable in harsh conditions. Field stripping is also very simple too, due to the ease of design of the firearm. AR accuracy is always the go-to for most people when choosing which is best, and most lean towards AR platforms since it's simple to shoot and super accurate. Ammo variety was also superior to the AK up until recent times. Also, let's not forget customization. Let's combine all these pros to each platform. Well, Michael, we didn't ask for both. You pick a team and you argue that one. So I'm not going to go through and read the rest of it because you're not supposed to be arguing both sides. So, but he did choose Team AK. To me, the history attached to each and every singular military version has a piece of history to tell, because odds are someone used it to protect themselves or to breach a building. It is truly an endless possibility of knowing where your AK came from and how it ended up in your hands. To me, this is priceless to make it the best firearm with all the pros of an AR, but with more history to tell. So, sorry to cut you short there, Michael, but we got a lot to get through here. Can't wait for this episode, Team AK. All right, so let's move on to the next one here.
I got an M1 Garand, and I love thinking about all the places where my M1 Garand went and all of the bad guys that might have shot at, but that doesn't make it the best rifle.
I got a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Well, that's the great thing about the AKs is they come from the different countries, and if it's a battlefield pickup or whatever, then your mind can go wild thinking about all the things that it was used for. James, we did that episode on the trench art. Remember that when we were doing the
trench art is awesome
episode?
Yeah, that's always a fun thing.
Yeah, and you don't really see trench art on ARs, so
it's because they have no soul.
Is Paul gone?
Yeah, Paul's leaving.
Paul, you out of here?
Paul's gone. Muted.
All right, Professor Paul's gone. We appreciate his participation. Now we can get Floody back on here full time. Remove Paul, add Floody.
So I'll get Team AK on the board real quick while we're stalled.
You don't think we're on the board already?
Oh, I'm going to get back on the board more. Going back to the history and soul that he was just kind of commenting on, that drives, that helps him hold value, and it drives the value today. So Team AK, these are rifles that hold value, and they're appreciating every day. So you mentioned some of those foreign guns or some of that trench art stuff. The price you might have got something like that for even a year ago versus what it's worth today is not the same. So, ARs, they're not really appreciating. They're a dime a dozen. AKs in America, anyways, in our markets, you got a fighting gun, and it's an investment piece.
Yeah. Off the rack Norinkos are going minimum $2,000 now.
Oh,
nuts.
Wow.
Yeah.
And look at the clone that Palmetto State Armory made a Type 56 clone, and people snatched those up, and there's nothing about it that's Chinese at all. It just looks like one. And I would have grabbed one, but they're all sold out by the time I got around to it. Just to have something that looks like a Spiker Type 56. You know? Yeah,
I know in the Instagram comments there was I'm going to jump ahead, and Marty's going to be like, no, we're still on emails.
No, don't do it. We're doing emails, then we're jumping over there. So save it. save it because we got to get through this
Damn
shit.
it,
We're
Dooley.
already an hour and a half in, and we still got several to go. Now I want you guys to be taking notes as I'm reading these too, because we got to vote on these to give away the prizes. So make your notes of
Now you say it.
things that you like from each of these comments.
My favorite's the wife. The hands down.
Dude,
Yeah, the wife wins. That's easy.
Dude,
So they win everything. They win all the prizes done.
All of them.
Yeah,
So,
that's
thank you guys for
totally
tuning in.
one.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, shit where I eat guy gets something too, because that was hilarious.
We're not even halfway through all the
took my
comments.
line.
Don't start awarding prizes and points. So
Okay, maybe we should continue the show. Get control of this thing.
Come on, Marty. Come on.
Don't make me mute everybody.
It's just all of us.
All right, next one. So that was Michael Sherlinsky, and I liked his point about the historical point on that. So next one is MS. This is Matthew Sullivan. Good afternoon. I believe the AK is the best design of all time. The most important aspect. Come on, guys, use your spell check. The most important aspect of the weapon is reliability. I know no matter what, whether access to cleaning supplies or any other variable, my AK will always go bang. Plus, the AK is so simple to field strip and reassemble. It's a proven platform, literally used all around the world with no issues. Even corroded Somali pirate AKs from years at sea just work fine. Matthew Sullivan.
Point for AK. You can't. You've never hijacked a ship with an AR, right?
Damn straight.
Point for AR. Most of
they've
our
taken
people are
over
literate.
ships from hijackers with an AR.
I mean, container ships are worth a lot of money. Just saying.
I disagree with him on because he said the most important thing is reliability. I think accuracy, reliability, and durability are equal throughout in any kind of rifle. You have to have all three. If you have just one, I mean, you can have reliability without accuracy, and you're a stormtrooper at that point.
I agree. Yeah.
What are we talking on accuracy, though? These are fighting rifles. Like hitting a torso at fighting distance, they both are equal.
It's
I
relevant.
don't need my
Accuracy
bulls
is relevant
touching.
to what you're using it for. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you have to find your acceptable level. Yeah.
James does have a point here that the MOA spec is equal for both rifles.
So, I mean, if we're going off of like the original design, yes, you're 100% right. Both are 4 MOA. But I'm thinking more like modern manufacturing and where they are today versus where they were.
Well, I think we have to go on where they are today, where they've evolved. And
Well,
where
Mr. Dooley, where's the average when you're training? If you've got a good shooter, what would you say the average goodness of the issue guns you were training on are?
So I can speak to this. Excuse me. And sorry,
can you? Can you?
I don't know if I can speak or not tonight. Apparently, this is one of those. I just got done with a fairly intensive course on this, on the green side of things, and I was fortunate enough to go to a marksmanship master trainer, where we were actually engaging targets from 500 to 600 meters, running everything out. So an 18-inch target at 600 meters is still well within what we're training to be shooting at. So, when we're shooting at that, 3 by 18-inch target, that is from 5 to 500 meters is what is acceptable accuracy.
Nick, were you running ACOGs on that or what? Were you running optics?
Depended upon, we changed when we moved into complex shooting where we were shooting beyond 300, we switched to ACOG. Other than that, everything was CCO, which is the world's worst red dot, which is made by Aimpoint. And I'm going to make somebody mad by saying that. So it is the only group of people I have ever seen field optics where they put their adjustments in backwards and still get paid for them.
I've broken more aim points than Holosons. We are on the same, and I am Swedish, and I am offended. Yeah.
Next one, Team AR is DB. The AR has so many more accessories and add one. I think he means add-ons. There is no competition, man. Simple to the point.
What do we need accessories for?
You can put all the lipstick on all the pigs you want. It's
So
still a fucking
Depends on
pig.
what you're using it for.
So here's another point for AK, because you go to a gun store, you buy an AR, and you have to buy a sling and sights because the damn thing doesn't come ready to shoot. You go pick up an AK, and it comes with everything you need to fight the minute you pick the gun up.
Even
You
the
don't need
oil
accessories.
bottle.
It already comes ready to go.
AKs come with a sling?
Cleaning kit and a sling and 2 kinds of oil.
And a nice little rod.
Yep.
See, now
And the sights are on there.
I don't think
carry
the
handle
country
guns.
does.
My
Hey,
carry
we
handle
just
guns.
carry on our guns. We just agreed we're talking about today's manufacturing.
Yeah, right. Current
9 out of 10
manufacturers.
of these AR companies don't give you everything you need out of the box.
Hey, I'm still a front sight post gang. And
So we only
why
get half a point then.
why do we need rails? Because night vision is a thing, and shooting at night with lasers is far easier with a rail. Because I mean, I could duct tape my pec to my AK, but I don't think that would hold zero.
There are just as many AK accessories out there now as there are ARs. So
Less than 1% of
valid
shooters in
argument.
the world have night vision capability or even know what to do if they had it.
Well, I think it also it boils down to. I mean, I think about this a lot. So I have I was in the military. So everything I look through the lens of guns as a tool. They're used for a specific purpose, for whatever operational purpose that they're being used for. So I mean, an AK. I mean, I know guys who deployed with AKs because they made the most sense for the operational reason. Most of the time, they're not deploying with AKs, but it's what is the purpose that you're buying the rifle for? So it kind of convolutes the entire question as far as the overarching which is better, but it's what are you doing? I mean, if I'm going over and fight with Afghan nationals, I mean, I'm probably going to run an AK to blend in a little bit. Or if I'm going to go hit houses, I'm probably going to run a shorty AR with lights and lasers and nods. But
honestly,
yeah, so it's gonna be purpose built. You're gonna get a purpose built thing for whatever your operation is doing. But for the general
I would totally
gun
hit
owner,
houses with this. This is a good room.
The flamethrower, you're going to burn the house down.
Dude, you should hit a container ship with that.
Absolutely.
That is totally right.
I'm the captain now. See this? I'm the captain now.
That'll
There's a lot
sink
of money in
Molly
it.
boat. All right, next one. Team AK, Jerry Black. The AK design is superior to the AR platform for many reasons. The most significant is because of the design of the tapered cartridge and the proven history of reliability around the world, which speak for themselves. The AK's reliability is solely due to the fact the firearm was built around the cartridge, showing you create a product and then build around that product to supply a need that is the most reliable in the industry. I can't move forward without giving props to Brian at Occam Defense Solutions for creating the Occam 1775. I have yet to find a smoother running, more reliable firearm than this beauty, that even though the accuracy of the firearm is not the firearm itself, but the experience of the shooter and the quality of the ammo you choose, having the best firearm sure helps. Everyone should have an AK in their arsenal, which creates a conundrum. You really only need one because of the reliability, but once you have one, you want one of every kind, which is a very expensive habit. Now, with the ability to accessorize, starting with the addition of the Merc, AKs are becoming individualized based on shooters' needs, much like the ARs are able to be accessorized. Now, if only someone would design an AK bullpup for Marco.
Oh, shit.
All right, I do have a rebuttal to this.
Okay.
One, the AR-15 was in fact built around a cartridge, because Stoner built the original AR-10, what the gas system and direct impingement was supposed to be used for. It was McNamara's Whiz Kids, which is a term that I got from Brian, that actually came up with and said nope, because we were talking about it, and a man named Sullivan who converted the from 308 to 5.56. He's also the guy responsible for the Ruger Mini 14, but that's another.
It was the same dude.
Oh yeah, that's a whole thing.
Yeah,
we need to salt his gravesite.
Yeah, he made the same dude. Ruger hired him because of the work he did on the M16 to make the Mini 14.
I knew there was a connection. I didn't know he was the SOB that ruined the AR-10 by making the AR-15.
So the AR-15 was in fact built around a cartridge.
No, it
I will
wasn't.
give you that.
No,
I
it
will-
wasn't.
Yeah.
Fucking correct you, Nick. You were doing so well.
No, I'm saying
You
it
were doing so
was
well.
scaled down. It was Sullivan screwed everything up to make it, but it's that's what happened was.
Oh, fair, but it was a varmint round. He built it around, not a Marshall round. So, like, okay.
No, and that was McNamara that did it. McNamara's whiskets.
Yeah.
High velocity, low recoil was a new thing then. Ooh, it does.
And oh, by the way, a little break here. Talking Lead has been nominated Podcast of the Year by the Gundies. So go to thegundys.com and vote for Talking Lead. Give us a vote.
Vote for Talking Lead because you can't vote for the AR-15 podcast.
Yeah.
Probably next
Maybe
year.
you should call it the AK-47 podcast.
Well, it's the AK Corner. That's part of. That's under our umbrella, So, there you go. Just wanted to get that. So you guys go to thegundys.com, vote for Talking Lead. Maybe we'll win a Gundy. I don't know what kind of weight they hold, but whatever. Something to do. All right, next question. This is come out and play. He is Team AR. The AR-15 is superior to the AK-47 in terms of repairability, reliability, availability of parts, and ammunition benefits for several key reasons. And he goes down. Repairability. The AR-15's modular designs makes it easier to repair and maintain. Its components are often interchangeable across manufacturers, and the rifle's simple construction allows for quick troubleshooting and part replacement. The AK-47, while rugged, requires specialized tools and expertise for certain repairs due to its more integrated parts.
It doesn't need repairs.
This is going to be great. Can't wait.
If it's so reliable,
Wait, let me finish. Reliability. The AR-15 with proper maintenance offers high accuracy, consistent performance. Its direct impingement gas system is clean and efficient, providing reliable functioning with minimal malfunctions. While the AK-47 is famous for its reliability in harsh conditions, the AR-15 is also highly reliable with regular care. And modern designs improves its resistance and environmental factors. Availability of parts. AR-15 parts are widely available in the vast market. This abundance of parts ensures that replacements and upgrades are easy to find and allows for extensive customization. In contrast, the AK-47 has more limited market for parts outside its primary regions, making it harder to find specific components in certain areas. Ammunition benefits. The AR-15 uses the 5.56x45, which is lighter, higher velocity, more accurate over longer ranges compared to the 7.62. The 5.56 also produces less recoil, making the AR-15 more controllable, easier to shoot, more accurate, especially in rapid fire. Additionally, 5.56 ammunition is more widely available globally, typically lower cost than 7.62 by 3.9, and often has superior performance. In conclusion, the AR-15 excels over the AK-47 due to its superior modular repairability, greater availability of parts, and performance advantages of its ammunition, making it a more versatile, maintainable, and cost-effective weapon. This concludes my TED Talk.
I think he had AI write that for him.
Dude, yeah. He went on chat.
But I'll take a stab at this.
I was going to say, and go tear it apart.
The standing armies of 106 nations say you are wrong. The end.
Yeah. This is his whole thing can be summarized by the AR is the most reliable thing if you tear it down and replace all the parts, because all the parts are really available, and his spine is so fucking weak and full of jelly because he can't lift up the fucking gun and ammo. He has to have a fucking AR-15. Toss the tampon and get a real gun, you little bitch. Seriously.
Dude, I mean, how you really feel?
Challenge accepted.
I think he's pretty right, but long-winded.
Well, he said it was a TED Talk at the end.
Lose Chat GPT and learn to type. Come on.
You could say you don't mean to offend me, but bitch, you offended.
Dude, it's the most reliable gun ever. If you tear it apart and get new parts every time you go to shoot it, and that's how reliable it is because everything is available. You can go to any store and get new parts. don't worry about your AK because it's never going to fall apart, but you can get brand new parts every time you go and shoot. What the fuck, dude?
And you can get them from Markel now.
So we're talking about reliability with an AK. What kind of reliability is expected in an AK?
100%.
No, I mean, like, I'm talking like you can just shoot it for 200,000 rounds and never clean it, and it'll keep running.
I do general maintenance.
Tens of thousands, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, most I would love to actually do like that test to see what that is, because I mean, most guns are going to fail because they're dirty, not because of part failures.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would love to do a test to see how long an AK can run compared to.
I want to see the
AK evacuates itself
against the Mitchell defense.
Dude,
I want to see that. Whoever suggested that, that's genius. Who brought that up?
That was me, and I said it is kind of it is like pairing. It's the Lamborghini versus Ferrari, like of the gun world, really, because you put down the pair of them, and this isn't like a Fiat versus a Ford. Like we're talking two supercars running against each other, so that's really where it's at.
The best of the best in manufacturing modern day AKs and ARs. Who will
All
win?
right, next one. We've got I lost my place. Here we go. Jason Farmer, lefty.
Hold on though. Hold on. Will you agree to use steel case in your gun?
No. I'm gonna do it the way God intended.
So steel case first and then brass case after.
Wait.
Do that test. Honestly, yeah, I would absolutely run that test. I would be curious to see what the results would be.
Glue.
So one thing we were just talking about with the reliability and cleanliness and stuff like that, and this is just something real quick that is because it's real field experience that I saw sitting at a table with a guy next to me. When I was talking about the course I just went to, we had 30 minutes every morning to go through and do weapons maintenance before we got ready, before we'd go to the range and stuff like that. And the guy sitting next to me was using the Army CLP that they hand out to everybody, and I was not. I reached into my pack and pulled out. I had a thing of Lucas gun oil that I had that they handed me years ago. I got free in a swag bag somewhere, and using a quality lubricant over the stock CLP or junk, whatever it was that the Army used, the amount of carbon buildup and like dirt and grime that wasn't there was astounding, because it was just like that straight up, like looking across and saying, oh no, this is a quality lubricant or a non. The difference of what that was, because I think it had to do with the flash point and temperature of the oil burning off and making it stickier, was a huge thing.
Yes.
Sticky. All right, next question.
Lube your shit.
Jason Farmer, lefty. I'm going to change things up this year.
Carbon is a viable lube.
And root for Team AR, mostly because I don't have a dedicated 5.56 can. LOL. The AR is a better design. Cringe. Now, wait a minute. Because it's more accurate rifle in most cases, with the exception of the Occam Defense or the 5.45 guns. It is also lighter to pack with a full load out of ammo. Yes, she's a gassy beast when suppressed, but she has plenty of rails for mounting options, and Lord knows we Americans love options. So with a pain in my heart, I vote AR this year because Daddy needs a new AR can. Thanks for keeping the rivalry going. It's a good time every year. Merry Christmas to you, Lefty, and all the lead heads. Jason Farmer. Love Jason.
He wins too, for sure. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that was just
not
a
just
jab
because
at
he
you.
said nice shit about me. The cringe part was the comedy he wins on.
Yeah,
but he should have said his middle name was Lead.
That's good.
I
Lead
appreciate
Farmer.
that just because he was taking shots at you.
His new nickname is Lead Farmer. All right, next
Oh,
one.
say we all.
Another team AR, John Palmer. The AR is better because America, baby. Seriously, though, it's much easier to change things like calibers, furniture, and triggers. Wrong. This makes them much more versatile for different use cases. Okay.
You say wrong, but like
I say wrong.
I've gotten the Cobra bite from changing springs in an AK trigger.
You're not doing it right.
You gotta use a
Learn how to do it.
Yeah, that
It's
job's
easy to
for
change-
men, Nick.
Exactly.
For men.
I'm just saying I've had it happen.
Well, that's what happens when every AR builder has hands like veal. Just saying.
Or they've been
I got the
show 'em
best
your
on
hands.
the fingers.
I'm a hand model.
He has the most fucked up hands of anybody I've ever seen.
I'll get him fixed one day. No, I won't.
Hey, Can you change like calibers and barrel length and all that stuff in an AK easily?
Easily.
Yes. Yes.
That
You
wasn't
take
his
it, you
argument.
put it in a safe, and you get the second one.
Yeah. So you have to have like multiple rifles in order to have multiple. Like, is there? I mean, this is as legitimately. I'm asking this question. Are there multiple calibers in the AK platform, or is it just one? I mean,
5.45, 5.56, and 7.62 by 3.9.
And there's 5.45 by 39. There are AKs that are chambered in 308 Winchester. I've got a freaking sweet one that I turned into a 1775. So yeah, but changing a barrel, AK loses handily. You guys absolutely get that for hot swap barrels.
Yeah, well, even like for like 5.56, like barrel length too. Like you can run your shorties in your car, but also your long rifles. So you have a precision setup with a CQB setup with one ATF transfer.
What's an ATF?
ATF is not a viable argument. You lose.
No, I know, but you still in one setup, so you're right.
Brandon Herrera was ending the ATF.
That's where I think your argument falls apart, and that far too many people that I know have like 6 uppers that kind of work and 1 lower or whatever. It's like 6 uppers to a lower, and nothing is set up to actually work right.
No.
And I go to the Clint Smith school of armoring yourself, in that it's like, get one gun that's really good, and your spare parts kit is another gun that looks exactly like that one that's ready to go, that is ready to go. But totally
out
agree
in New York Reload.
And you can't mix calibers for sure. I mean, like buffer systems, you have to adjust buffer systems and gas systems. Which mean gas systems would come on the upper, but like you have to adjust buffer systems depending on the caliber in order to get the same reliability across the board. So like it would have to be like a caliber specific lower.
Got it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I am that guy who started out with I'm gonna have 1 lower and like 9 uppers, and then
you find out the lower is the cheap part.
Well, no, that was a long time ago, and now I've got like extra lowers laying around, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I should do something with that one of these days. And it's like, maybe I will, maybe I won't. And I also will say that the handy thing about the AR is, with them being, on that lower with being the serialized part, I've 100% giving them out as stocking stuffers to family members.
It's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea.
Oh shit!
Right. Next question.
Okay, you get that
Team
one.
AR, Brandon Baker. I'm known for really long and detailed responses, but this question has an easy answer. What do first world militaries use? No, a gas station acting like a first world country doesn't count, nor does a country that claims to be first world country but still begs for money because they are a developing nation. So that essentially just leaves the USA and some of its NATO allies. If the AR platform has not only worked for them since NAM, but also no other firearm system has been able to replace it, even though there has been dozens and dozens of attempts to retire the AR system. Well, it should be obvious which system is better. Sure, poor countries use AKs because they have no other options, but even the Taliban swapped to AR platform once they had the ability to. I mean, once we gave it to them.
Yeah, once we gave it to them.
Yeah. And that's all I really have to say about that. ARs are obviously way better than AKs. And go.
Well, I agree with what he
if you
says.
give me free guns, I'll run them too.
Right.
Seriously.
Well, I agree with what he says. His comment should be stricken from the record because he said that our allies had good rifles, and anyone who ever says anything good about an SA-80 doesn't know what they're talking about.
I also
did you listen to my episode on that?
The SA-80 gives a point to both the AR and the AK. Here's the
I
AR,
also-
here's the AK, there's the SA-80 way down there.
Like 3 episodes ago, I had a British Army guy on talking about the SA-80.
Oh my God.
I
No,
moved
Brian.
to disqualify this guy because he's using Democrat talking points
Yes.
in a very
Seconded.
real way. Like,
Seconded.
to know a gas station masquerading as a country, to use that line,
Yeah.
you either have to be a really astute observer of all media or you're watching fucking NPR.
Yeah.
So,
No shit.
yeah.
I also
Motion
don't
seconded.
think that countries using weapon systems should be used as a defining point for something. Because I don't know if anyone here has ever done government contracting. I have legitimately had them send back quotes saying that we need a lesser barrel in this because it's
Lowest bidder.
lowest bidder. They're like, hey, we don't need cold hammer forged 1 MOA accuracy. Send us something with 4 MOA and drop the price $300. It's like, sorry, what?
You mean mil spec doesn't mean high quality? No.
The government would never send you with a single shot carbine out to fight the Indians with repeating rifles. Trust me, it just would never happen.
Oh yeah, no. Like, you could ever imagine.
They would not take a trapdoor and cut the barrel down and make it less accurate. They wouldn't do that.
Sorry, Brandon, you got disqualified. All right, next one. This is Nathan Shepard. Says, sorry, guys, I might have turned to the dark side. Team AR. Only because it's the same rifle, ammo, and mags as my friends and neighbors use.
Yeah, you're called offsite
It's
storage.
better friends and neighbors.
Dude, liberal.
I grew up shooting SKS's, AKs, and a Tiger. My dad sold a ton of former Tom Block stuff in the late 80s and early 90s. We had an AR too, and I like shooting it, but I really love the Mahdi and our Romanian AKs. These days, with the shift in prices and the import bans, AKs have become super pricey and can be harder to find. American-made AKs have improved over the years, but many are still unsure about them. The AR is pretty affordable and modular, and I've become more familiar with its controls. Plus, with the click of 2 pins, I can have a new build, LOL. I love both and enjoy the AK corner, but when I'm going to rifle carbine classes, only 2 classes, rookie numbers, I've taken an AR. An AK build class is definitely on my bucket list, though. So for the time being and immediate future, it's Team AR. Nathan.
What's
Shepard.
this guy's name?
Nathan Shepard.
Offsite
He's a
storage.
long time leadhead.
All right, so
Give me some
I'll
slack.
take a crack at this.
Give him a little slack.
First of all, kudos to Nathan for training. 2 classes is 2 classes. That's better than no classes. So, welcome to the training world, buddy. That's awesome. And better than just being a gun owner that doesn't train, right?
Encouragement.
And,
There you go. Encouragement.
yeah, so I dig that. I dig that. Nathan made my notes here just for that alone. But I have a cool tidbit or nugget that I want to drop to kind of comment on the stat there. He made a comment about his neighbors having the same guns and parts and whatever, so it's interchangeable. An interesting fact here, there's over 100 million AKs available worldwide, which is 1 for every 70 people on Earth. In comparison to the AR, that's 1 for every 11 million people, which is kind of a cool factor. Obviously, that's globally and not in your neighborhood. So, but for the preppers out there, it's an interesting factoid. AK is actually more readily available to you. So kind of a fun one.
Very interesting.
But what
AR
are those,
guys?
what are the numbers in America though?
Yeah, I don't have that stat. That's why I said it's skewed because it is global, but it is kind of a fun fact to throw out there. So
I mean, everyone I know owns an AK, but like they also own 10 ARs. So it's
See, I'm sort of backwards. I have like 50 AKs and like 10 ARs.
Yeah.
See, I am arguably like the AR guy, and even I own an AK.
Attaboy.
Look at this.
I
Look
sold
at
mine
this.
4 years ago, but yeah.
Yep,
Very nice.
I has one. Actually, it's even by a show sponsored. It's not Occam, but it's a Pioneer. And
he was no longer in business.
Yeah. And so like maybe it's
still a show
collectible.
sponsor.
I have a bunch of friends that own a shit loads of lowers.
Yeah, and
maybe 2 uppers. But
so when you look at going across what we have, that's estimated, like, was it 50 million ARs or something in civilian circulation? I might be off on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a lot.
So that the one thing about it is, like, talk all the crap you want about some of the cheaper AR manufacturers, but Palmetto State Armory and Anderson have done one thing, and that is they have shoved semi-automatic firearms into common use. So you cannot, like, it's like, oh, these aren't in common use. No, they 100% are, because, like, arguably there are more ARs sold than any other platform in America at the at current time, and that is good.
Yeah, and I think there's a difference between inexpensive and cheap also, because a lot of the inexpensive companies that are known for their parts, like Anderson, for example, with lowers and stuff, aren't necessarily cheap. It's some of the parts that you put in those lowers that make you a shitty rifle. And I've seen a lot of like mom and pop outfits machining different parts for parts kits and things where that's become such a disaster. When I was doing a lot of smithing for people locally, it got so unnerving that I just stopped doing it, because there was all sorts of out of spec shit that they were shoving in these rifles to try to save $1. And it reflected badly on whoever's name is usually on the lower. And that's not always the case. You get some reputable companies rifle, but all the internal parts were switched out for some cheap shit. And of course, people trade these guns around or buy, sell at gun shows, whatever. So they pull their good parts kit out, throw some junk in it, and trade it off. And then somebody thinks they're getting, some name brand rifle, and are not. And I think that's some of the stuff that's been a big detriment to the AR industry, especially for me over the last 5 to 10 years, that I've just been like, I'm not even messing with it. I know if I go pick up a Mahdi AK, it's probably all Egyptian. Nobody change the barrel out or some shit, the bolt or whatever. They didn't do that. You're not going to the gun store and buying some cheap mon pa bolt to throw in it. So you're getting what you get when you get an AK.
So according to the NSSF, there are approximately 23 million AR-15s.
Those are rookie numbers, son. We got to pump those numbers.
Yeah, big time. And there really is no substitute. I'm, as a way of relating this, I'm really into organic agriculture, and not the shit that's FDA approved, but like, I don't like it to be doing a science experiment on my kids, that part of it. And as I got more and more involved, I met all the farmers that were cheating. A lot of my friends were cheating and putting shit in the ground that I didn't want in my kids. And what I came to is that there's no excuse, or there's no substitute for just knowing your farmer, knowing where your food is coming from, and trusting that person. And when you have somebody like Nathan building again, where his entire reputation and his kids eating rests on him shipping life-saving equipment that goes bang every friggin' time, you are not going to buy enough other budget rifles to stack up into one Mitchell Defense gun. It's not a thing. And he's watching every single part as it comes in. He's putting the hottest shit he can on his bolt carriers. Like, he's got a DLC that's going on with him. And if you want to look and try and find bolt carriers with hot shit coatings, it's actually not that easy to find the best coatings not already in something like an LWRC or another top shelf name. And so just going to the source and putting down your money is really the right way to go. I think that building guns is really important so that you become a better shooter and you know how to do for yourself. But there's no substitute for buying from a pro. And
buy once, cry once.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Gosh, I was kind of Team AR to start out with. It's another point for AK.
Oh my God.
Is this so? Full disclosure: Gideon Optics is a sister company of JSD Supply. JSD Supply makes a lot of Glock slides, Glock parts, jigs, tools, all the stuff to make your own, to trick out your Glock or to make your own not Glock. They used to do a lot of poly 80 frames when that was the thing. So just tangentially, I'm sort of in that world as well. And here's something that I'm seeing a lot, and I think our friend, the manufacturer, will back me up on this. We're seeing a lot of affordable parts out there that have fancy looking coatings on them. Oh, it's titanium nitride and it's nickel boron and blah 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 blah. But that doesn't mean that the underlying metal that has been coated is worth a damn. It doesn't. You can put a really cool fancy coating and, oh, look, it's a rainbow color, or it's that cool John Wick gold color that, John Wick's guns always have gold accents. Oh, it's like that. But it doesn't mean that the metallurgy underneath the coating is any good. And that matters. And I don't think you see that in the AK world. We're not seeing parts, accessories, bolts, carriers, those kind of things that look cool. They look like John Wick's AK, but the metallurgy is
wrong,
suspect in the bolt, right? That's not really a thing in the AK world. And in the AR world and in the Glock world, it absolutely is.
Yeah, it's a vermin that's infested.
In the AR world and the Glock world. Just because it's got titanium nitride coating doesn't mean that the part is any good at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that is one of the biggest issues with the AR market right now. And we talk about it till we're blue in the face about how oversaturated the market is with the exact same product and people just going and buying crap products, putting them together and making a gun. It's like, and no one actually really cares if the gun goes off there, and they're buying them and they're manufacturing them and making them look cool. They're not making them more functional or more accurate, reliable, and durable.
You can vote.
So
for
it looks
us
like
Gundy
Gideon
too.
Optics is nominated for a Gundy also. Yeah, so you guys can go to their website.
It's the breakout company of the year, I think, or the emerging brand.
Emerging company of the year, boys.
Emerging brand of the year. There you go. Very nice. Very nice.
Have you guys ever seen that picture of the North Koreans where they're like all formed up with their rifles and like they got like bent barrels and shit, but it's like they look like the part, but they're not really the part?
Yeah, they got like cardboard tubes in the bottom of them, like paper.
You guys have seen that famous picture or meme, whatever. That's kind of how I view like a lot of the AR industry in America. Like a bunch of people that went to gun stores, bought a gun, put all these cool gadgets and parts on them and changed out the colors and things, but it's not the quality part like you're talking. And then shit hits a fan and they all get their little utopian dream. They run outside and they all line up and they're that same picture all over again, but it's just a bunch of Americans with garbage ARs. And I think it just brings a really good point. Like for listeners or anybody, like, man, just vet your shit, get from the right people, find the right stuff. Cause that's the plague that has pushed. I mean, that's what really, really sent me into the AK world about 10 years ago.
I can see that. That's like I mean, we push heavily in the law enforcement market, and that's like there's a pretty good chance our guns are going to be used to defend someone's life, and they got to go off. Yeah. I feel like that's like our social responsibility.
Yep.
But we realize that that's in this industry, it's not there. I mean, we had a magazine company recently send us some stuff, and we had issue after issue. Like we were trying to diagnose it on the rifle side and being like, what is going on? Like, have you guys ever seen this issue? And the magazine company's like, no. And then we start talking to one of their sales guys. And they're like, oh, yeah, it's a known issue. We're actually going to discontinue those. It's like, what? I mean, they've put out thousands of these in the industry. It's like, why would you put out a product you know is bad?
Money.
It's a real thing. I mean, they're just trying to capitalize. I mean, like the COVID push. I mean, during COVID, so many companies put out poor products, but just to get the sales and the man just to run it.
Yep.
All right, we're going to do this now. That's all the emails. So we're going to switch to Instagram now. We're going to do the IG. So Evan, because I'm tired of reading, Evan is going to read our Instagram post. And also, if somebody needs to go, you need to take a bathroom break or something like that, feel free to just get up and go and take a bathroom break. So, Evan?
Cool. Yep. I'm a scholar, so I can definitely read. All right. So off of Instagram, we're starting up with Giddy Up. So Giddy Up says, Team AK, there is a reason it is everywhere. Reliable system that just works, cold, Yes, works. Jungle works. Desert works. Simple to clean or not. It's not that picky. Don't get me wrong. The other platform is reliable, just not as reliable. Anyway, this is one of my favorite episodes. Keep up the good work. So I mean, that's pretty average argument there, right? Talking about it always works clean. But what do you guys got to say about that?
You gave no information, and I award you 0 points. Sorry, I think I talked over Mike. I said you gave no information, and I award you 0 points.
But like theoretically, what's the environment in which you would take one rifle but not the other? You know, you're a Navy SEAL and you're going to be deployed to this place in the world. Which rifle do you take?
Right.
Oh, 40 below an AK.
And also be anything with a beach landing in it, AK wins all day long. But I actually don't think the reliability question is that interesting anymore between the two platforms. That's my personal feeling, especially for the listener base. If you buy a quality gun like a Mitchell and you do regular service on it, I don't think you're going to see any reliability difference between it and a top shelf AK.
Well, I think the environment you're in really is going to come down to like the caliber you want, right? Like when they say jungle, they want that 7.62 caliber for a short distance and going through, heavy foliage, whereas desert, longer distances. So I'm going to want that 223.556 cartridge for that terrain, right? So I think that's really going to come down to it. But I agree with you, Brian. Like there really is the reliability. Yeah, I mean, I'm always team AK, but I love my ARs as well, and I've never, encountered very substantial, reliable issues. But of course, that's like the base argument that you hear guys talking about it. Oh, this is more reliable. My AK is more reliable because of this and this. And I think the big thing is a lot of guys see the over-gassing in AKs, and that's where the reliability hits. And they're like, this is why it's more reliable. But like you're saying with Mitchell Defense or other high-end ARs these days, just with high-end AKs, they're all reliable.
Has anybody ever hunted with their AR-15?
I have.
Yes. All the time. Right here.
Okay.
Many times.
Effectively, I've taken a lot of people out with their ARs hunting hogs and watched them punch holes in these hogs and watch them run.
You're using the wrong ammo.
Well, that's a different thing, and I get really spicy on that.
Yeah. And while we take the AKs out and drop hogs instead of tracking down blood trails to put them down, because these guys are out there with their ARs saying this is their go-to, this is their all-time hunting, this is the most effective gun in their arsenal. I'm wondering what else do they have in their arsenal, because this is not happening.
Well, the problem is not the gun; it's the person shooting the gun too, and they're aiming.
Well, they're using the wrong selector setting as first. Number two,
my man.
Number two, whenever you're pig hunting, the 5.56, I find most preference, especially around here, because most of the guys don't want to deal with cleaning up the pigs. So you should put holes in them, let them leak out, and run off.
Yeah.
Bring in the coyotes.
So
go to brush and
spread out.
Yeah, we all the farmers want us to stack them and put them in a certain spot.
Yeah,
for coyote hunting later.
And and again, like hog hunting and stuff like that. Well, I actually, I've been hog hunting and took my AR down and went to I've gone to Texas and done it and had great success.
I have too.
And
stack them up like that picture that you showed there, Ton, with an AR.
I went hog hunting in North Texas with this one, and it's a 10.5. And there's a can that goes on the end of it, and I shot him with the suppressor all night long. Shot so many of them, I started to feel bad for him.
I've also killed. I'm way more into killing coyotes than hogs, because of where I live, and shooting coyotes, AR all day long, and I'll sit out at night with my night vision and go to whack.
Oh yeah, we go to town on the coyotes.
Well, but that's
right.
what that round was designed for, right?
Shooting poodles.
Yeah.
Prairie dog hunter.
Well, that, and if you go back and like, I'm gonna say things that's gonna get Marty canceled here. When you look
Already am.
when you look at the thickness of a coyote and the thickness of the Viet Cong.
All right. Next question.
Poodles. You win.
All right. So Pew Pew RN. Pew Pew RN says Team AR, the ability to easily customize your rifle to your need makes it superior. I've built ARs in multiple calibers. He says 5.55, but I'm assuming he means 5.56. 300 Blackout, 50 Beowulf, and even a 6.5 Creed, AR-10. AR-15s are just as reliable as AKs these days. There you go. So the ability to interchange, which I think Nathan, you're speaking to earlier, the ability to interchange your upper to a different caliber, and whether you're switching out your bolt or not. But valid point. Or as Joe said, just grab your other AK.
Or mission specific, take what you need.
Yep.
What's going to be the most effective in that?
Don't pack for rain. Yeah. All right. Next one. What was the next one?
Yeah. Next one is Mustang Perry. Not really a question, just saying it's going to be a great episode. Everyone's making great arguments. He sent us in via email. Okay.
Yeah, we already read his.
Austin Whalen. He'll be Team AR. The design of the AR platform is abundant here in the U.S. and can be taken apart completely, barrel and all. And it all can be done on the tailgate of your truck or the hood of your car. It is easier to learn, build, and customize to be as reliable as your precious little AKs.
I think I responded to that one on Instagram.
Yeah, you did.
I've never once actually needed to take my AK apart on the hood of my car.
Vehicle. Yeah.
Because it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Austin responded, I've never needed to take apart my AR on my automobile either, although the ability is there to do so. So, nice little argument on the IG there. It's always fun.
Good point.
And if you want to call that an argument.
That's why I keep a fleshlight mounted to my gun. I've never used it, but I might.
You never know.
Fleshlight.
That's what that pocket in the pistol grip is for.
Exactly. Same team. Well, for ARs, it's the bolt. I understand you need a spare bolt location, but for AKs, yeah, that's, I got 1 inch, but it's angry.
So. Well, hey, that's actually what the space in an SB brace is for. You strap that in.
All right. Next question is
firing.
Guatru. Team AK. The AK is more easily adaptable to every center fire rifle cartridge in production. Someone show me an AR chambered in 8mm Mauser or 54R.
There is a 54R. Okay. There's a 54R AR-10 or a Nemo. It's a Nemo Magnum action gun.
Because in 2024, I want to build a custom gun that's set up for an 1894 black powder car. I mean, whatever. Guys build them in 30 Legends, so I don't understand that either.
Yeah. Hey, you can still get it in spam cans. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's a good quality AR too. You said Nemo Arms. They make good quality firearms and parts. That's what I've built that 7.62 with, was using it Nemo Arms parts.
Yeah, Nemo does a 300 Win Mag AR too, and if I had to pick between 300 Win Mag and 7.62-54, it would not be a hard decision, I don't think.
There's another company that's really interesting that does the Magnum rifles, Great Lakes Firearms and Ammunition. They took a AR-10 and did the same thing that Ruger did with the SFAR, where they changed where the pocket was to move things back. Whoa. And they make a more economical Magnum AR, and they work pretty well. Like, when I say pretty well,
company? Is this them?
Yeah, that's them. They have they do them in like 300 PRC, 300 Win Mag, 7mm Rem Mag, and they also do the the standard AR stuff. Their big line is their Magnum stuff, and they're sub $1,000.
Wow.
Or right around 1,000. They are super gassy, I will say that, but I mean,
he's not.
It's gonna be in that caliber.
Who's not these days? All right.
Well,
7 PRC AR-10 or AR. I don't know. That sounds kind of interesting.
yeah. Yeah, there you go. 7 PRC.
$1,100 7 PRC anything is kind of interesting.
Under $1,300. Yeah. But then
Just
you
don't
go
make
and
that
do your
area.
options. You start adding your options, and it adds up.
Oh yeah, and they only offer a 5-round magazine, and I've yelled at the owner about that.
That's gay.
Magazine is key. Ammo, cartridge first, then magazine. Everything else is engineerable.
Yep.
Next question.
All right, next one is Nikolai Aplanap. He's very long-winded, so here we go. Team AK, as if there was any question. It all starts with the cartridges themselves. With the AK platform traditionally being ran with tapered cartridge, will always allow for more reliable cycling, regardless of dirt carbon buildup. The AK doesn't shit where it eats as far as following malfunctions. The old wives' tale of accuracy is BS. 9 times out of 10, the rifles will outshoot the shooter on both platforms. The AK has stood the test of time, being the most prolific battle rifle in the world. AKs just flat out have more character. Nobody sees an AR at the range and looks twice because nobody cares. Ooh, there goes another lame. The AR platform doesn't have the mad physicist Brian Keeney building them. No, he went with the Spirit platform creating Occam Defense. That should say it all right there. Just covering the tip of the iceberg here. The list goes on, but there is more than enough to put this argument to bed. Speaking of, I'm going to go cuddle my ODS 1775 with its Dead Air Sandman S for a minute before bed. That's right. I don't keep an AR next to the bed for fear of it jamming when I need it the most.
He said just the tip.
Who was that?
Nikolai.
Oh, that's Nikolai.
Yeah. After like most of these comments, I kind of want to go buy one of these Occam Defense rifles now.
Dude, I've been wanting one of those fuckers, but dude, God, I'm married and my wife would murder me.
Yeah, I think you made a lot of the same arguments we've already discussed. So next one.
Yeah, you did it with poetry.
I wanted one, but my wife would freaking murder me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doesn't sound like it was written with AI. That's always nice. All right. Herc CG23. Team AR. Yes, I know it's a tough choice, but Lefty is forcing it. I have more trigger time on my AR, so I'm just a bit more comfortable with it. Besides, I can't speak Russian very well or at all. Maybe it's because I don't have an Occam Defense AK in my collection. Good luck, all. So he came up. Team AR.
God, my tires are pumped so hard they're gonna pop here.
It was a good argument for his AR, though. If that's where you have the trigger time and comfortability, it makes sense.
Oh, wickedly, totally.
Like,
yeah, we talk about that with pistols all the time.
Oh,
that was a refreshing new talking point.
Yeah.
Well, like
nice.
I'll
Look,
take
it
this.
has
When you're ready to upgrade that optic,
on
you
it.
give me a call.
I'm ready. This is actually a 7.62 reticle.
Yeah, that is cool. I actually wrote the user manual for that one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I used to work for PA.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes. Good
So this
times.
is the ODS. This is the legendary ODS 1775 right here.
No
With
one
the
likes
cock.
you right now.
There's a cock.
And is that in Vietnam Tiger Stripe?
It
Close
is.
enough.
Yeah, we took a little spin on it. It's James on this chat. Freedom Stencils is one of his other brands, and he has outstanding tutorials on how to do camo. And we took his stencil pack for Vietnam Tiger and turned it into a two-tone, and that's what that is.
That's badass.
Really nice.
Yeah.
That's a good setup.
Yeah, but James, you're talking about like the refreshing talking point with the like being able, it's whatever you're the best with. And we talk about pistols all the time, but it's the same thing with guns. It's like, what are you the most effective with? I mean, there is the argument of like, what are your neighbors kind of carrying for like a shit hits the fan kind of situation? I mean, you do need interoperability, especially in your house, like in your team unit. I mean, we just did a training with 9mm and like interchanging Glock Max between your AR platforms, but our AR platform and your pistol, and like everyone running the exact same thing. But also, it's like, I mean, if you're better with an AK, run an AK. It's your life.
Yeah, I think that's this is fun to go banter back and forth on different platforms and whatnot, and drop some good information on the different platforms. But at the end of the day, training trumps all, and being able to run what you need to run to, protect yourself, protect your family, or whatever the objective is that you're buying the rifle or firearm for. You definitely got to be proficient in it, and there's a comfortability that comes with that for anybody on different platforms. And of course, all of it can be fixed with training. So I always emphasize that first and foremost. But if you're most comfortable picking up AR, pick up an AR and go, or AK, that's obviously the most important at that point. So this has been a lot of fun going back and forth, but yeah, it's good to drop that. So.
And you're 100% right too. And so no matter which one you choose, train with it. If you don't train with it, it's the most useless weapon in your arsenal.
Yep.
I mean,
100%.
Well said.
Training is, I preach training all the time. Like it's honestly one of my biggest passions. And I am more of a fan of the Clint Smith platform of I want somebody who can pick up anything and run it. Where it's like, I would like, anybody I'm around to be able to pick up an AK and load it and operate it. They might not be able to run it as fast as run an AR. Same thing with an FAL or, grab an MP5. Knowing how to run everything is really cool, but being able to run one thing really, really well is the most important.
I think running both works.
Yeah. And before you go out and buy another rifle, another gun, after you've got your silencer, your can, spend your money on training. Go out and train. There's going to be a quality trainer in your area, and if you can't find one, you don't know of one, get in touch with one of us, because we all know trainers all around the country that can help you with that. And that's the most important thing is to know how to run your gun.
And that's where you find out if your other stuff works or not too.
Right.
That's the crucible. Like I've had I show you, pick up my webcam and show it around. I got a room full of crap here, right? And some of it works, and some of it works better than other things. But like you try new things. Oh, everybody says to buy this thing. Buy the thing. It's cool. It's the new thing. Cool. All right. But if you don't go and like throw it on your body and roll around in the dirt and do stupid Rambo crap with it, then you don't know if it works or not. Roll around in the dirt and see what falls off.
Real talk.
You don't know if you think your AR-15 is the best. Go to a damn class and shoot 500 rounds between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. before you break for lunch and see how it runs. If it does it, not a bad AR or AK. But if you haven't done it, then you're just, you're like these guys, like Nick mentioned, Dooley, Ferrari versus Lamborghini. We can talk Ferrari versus Lamborghini all day. I haven't done a lap in either one, so how would I know?
I bet Mike has.
I haven't.
I bet
Probably not
Pappas.
going to be your getaway car. You're
more in the muscle cars, aren't you, Mike?
What's that?
You're more in the muscle cars, aren't you?
Oh, you're about to learn about the best part of Mike Pappas. The very best part. Well, one of the best.
I fix cars. I don't
fix cars.
Yep.
You want to see my?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
That's all you had to say.
Woo! Yeah, buddy. The Buick.
Hey, Mike, what do your other cars look like?
The other one's got tracks.
No, not that one.
Mike threw his trump card down.
Mike AK'd his family, and he has. Tell him about your family cars. Doesn't everybody drive the same car? And don't you have a garage of every part?
Yeah, my wife and daughter have the same exact car. So I stock parts. It's awesome. It's like a little fleet. I bought this gray one and my daughter's for like $6,000 for the pair of them. It's been beautiful. Like I just the problem of getting where I'm going. I don't, like I say, the car thing is not my cup of tea.
You got two of those other ones that are to your right?
What's that?
I said, have you got two of the ones that are to your right?
No, I just have one
for that.
Yeah, he's got one for his wife and his daughter.
They have that.
The Buick, is that a LeSabre? Is that what that is?
It's a Lucerne.
Lucerne.
Yeah, 2008 Lucerne.
That's fancy.
That is fancy.
Only the best.
All right, next one.
One
real
thing
quick-
before we finish on training, as important as it is to go like do a class and run your gun, go take a stop the bleed class or some sort of
Yes,
medical
no
because
shit.
you are way more likely to need to use medical than you are to need to run your gun.
Well said. I've
Yeah.
been
Well
there.
said.
Not fun. Yep. So real quick, Nikolai responded to her CG23s. He said, "I'll help you with a quick Russian language lesson. If you scream "Psychoblat" at someone shooting at you with an AR, it will immediately jam due to it in its ineptness of engineering qualities."
Witchcraft.
All right. So,
You didn't read my response.
Love the trash talk.
No, the one above it. When he said he doesn't know how to speak Russian.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Pull the trigger on an AK. That's all the Russian you need to know. I didn't see that. It was hidden. All right. So BHERS 87. Team AK, as if there was a better option. The AK was formed by the ancient mysticals led by Mr. Clash. If you're on Team AR, then you don't know enough about the most prolific weapon platform in the world. AR is the Lego kit for a reason. It takes being a skillful kind of person to, sorry, I lost it there. Master, dude,
The
my
AK
screen-
like Brian, not just
Yeah,
oh look, I put a pin in the other one. Only goes one way.
Like Brian. Not just so, ooh, look, I put the pin in the one that only goes one way. Your reliability is never a question on a well-built AK. Versus AR, you have to keep clean like a safe queen to maintain function. As well as customization nowadays, there's nothing you can't do to an AK that it needs anything in the first place. Both platforms will outperform the shooter, so why not have the best possible solution with the 7.62 39 round, the Lord's caliber? There's a reason they didn't need to rapidly change the caliber. They already found it. Mic drop. Lead head out. Yes, Marco. Bull pups.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play.
Okay.
Everyone knows that the hierarchy of firearms design went from God to John Moses Browning, and the Lord's caliber is 45 ACP.
Yes.
Two world wars.
We have no disagreement, sir. This is a moment of peace.
America.
All right. B. Hurst got his bullpup comment in.
Yep. Dead Skittle 45, Team AK, because there's no Team SKS, and that's close enough.
That's a redneck who knows what he's about.
Yep.
What's that guy's name?
That's B. Hurst.
No, that's Dead Skittle 45.
No, that's Dead Skittle.
Yeah.
Dead Skittle. That's a good name.
Side chick needs an upgrade. All right. Spears Sean. All pew pew are good, but AR to me is better than AK. Sorry. Short and sweet.
That's spit knowledge.
Let's see. Giddy up. We already read that one, right?
Yeah,
we already read that.
Some reason they're doubling on here. They're like doubling up.
Yeah, I'm seeing the same thing.
Have you seen Lefty's most favorite AK?
I think that's all I got. I mean, there's my comment, but I'm not eligible. So I'm not
Read
gonna-
yours, but you can read it.
All right. This dumb guy some flood. All right, Team AK. The AK platform holds the ultimate reliability trophy due to its overgas piston-driven operation. Its simplicity makes it easy to teach those who aren't in the know. It always comes with iron sights, ammunition, and mags are easy and readily available in most gun stores. It offers a reliable, easy to use, and easy to maintain platform. There are plenty of aftermarket parts, and history proves that it is the world's most prolific battle rifle that just looks so good.
Did you do Giddy Up?
Jackass.
Did you read Giddy Ups?
Yeah, I wrote. Yeah, we got Giddy Up in there.
Why in the hell is it doubling?
Yeah, it's all the same thing. It's doubling up. It's just helping your algorithm, bro. That's all.
Oh, is it? Is that what it's doing?
I guess so.
Okay, I guess that's all of them then. So there we go. Mine's still
What about TikTok, man? Where's your TikTok questions?
This is what I think about TikTok.
Yeah.
And YouTube and Facebook. So there we go.
It seems like you had more email, which is nice. A lot more emailed responses.
Yeah, we had a lot of the email responses, and like I said, I'm reading everyone's that I received. So if you didn't hear yours read, then you either didn't post it in the right place or you didn't do it the right way. Because on the emails, all I wanted in the subject was Team AR or Team AK. And if you put something other than that, then I ignored it. I wasn't looking for that. So too bad, so sad. So let's give shit away.
Yeah.
Does that sound good? Let's give some shit away. So a big thanks to all the sponsors, everybody who put up the prizes. And Mission First, Factory 47, Gators, Seal 1, B5, Dead Air, Aklys Defense, Occam Defense put up a $100 gift card. So thank you for that.
For sure.
Also, Occam does sell parts that work on ARs. I have one of his prong flash hiders on one of my ARs, and it works awesome.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
It even gets the good ting.
I love the ting personally. There are a few people who don't like it, but I feel like, old school Call of Duty or whatever it was.
Yeah, I love it. And Firebird Targets. So let's start with the Seal 1 complete gun cleaning lube kit. And they may throw some other stuff in too. And I misplaced my Seal 1. I don't know where I put it. So, panel judges, who do you think deserves the Seal 1? And remember, we've got all these other prizes that we're going to give away too. So, all the way up to the suppressors from Dead Air and Aklys. Those are going to be the grand prizes.
I say the guy that was talking about the lube stuff. Give him the lube.
Oh, there you go.
There was like a lube comment somewhere.
Or the flashlight guy. Who was that? Wait, that was a panelist. Never mind.
Yeah, that was just because he needs to clean up Zach.
There was a panelist.
So who was that?
Brian.
Who was talking about the lube?
I think that was on email.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I was gonna say the Dead Skittle 45. That's on the SKS team.
Yeah, give him some lube. He's been using bacon grease in the holler this whole time.
Yeah, well, one thing about if you use too much bacon grease in it.
Say again?
I was going to say one thing about it. SKS has had a problem, and they probably do need to be cleaned, because if you didn't clean the Cosmoline out of the firing pin channel, since it had a free-floating firing pin.
That's called a feature, buddy.
See, I saw the looks of the other panelists going like, is he going to tell him about the thing?
He's going to say it.
So you guys are saying Dead Skittles for the Seal 1?
Yeah. Dead Skittle.
I think he deserves a little higher tier.
Yeah, he deserves something higher.
Yeah, that's a higher tier guy.
Agreed.
Okay. So let's pick the lube. Who's getting the Seal 1?
The email list.
Be a good present for her husband for Christmas.
Yes.
So Courtney, you want to give that to Courtney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that. All right, Courtney Baker, you are the winner of the Seal 1. And here's what all you winners have to do. You have to email me, talkinglead@gmail.com. We need your address and tell me what you won. If you just say, hey, you picked me to win something, then I'm automatically just going to disqualify you. You got to tell me what you won, because I'm not going to remember. So Courtney Baker, Seal 1.
Okay, everybody, send in an email that you won the can.
I already did.
I'm pulling all my alias emails.
Dude, you just got 6 emails from me saying I won the can.
All right, next, what do we got here? I got to go through and see what all we got. The Gators. Let's do the Gators.
Ooh, those are nice.
The Gators eyewear. I don't know if they're going to give you a gift card, or I know they haven't got in touch with me on the last winner yet. So if Gators doesn't come through, we will get you some eye pro from either them or Tactical RX, or I'll just send you this pair. I'll send you my pair. I don't care.
Hey, Marty.
If they're not good enough to getting back with me, fuck them. I'll give you this pair. What?
I had a few comments load up. It's no longer doubled, so Instagram's just playing their tricks. But you want me to read through them? I got one from T Hayden 83, Tongue for Twisting, and Kemosabe.
We got to read everybody's. Right, so
I'll read through these real quick, okay? So Kemosabe 75, Team AR. Don't get me wrong, I love my AK and it's a very fun toy at the range. But when it's time to go to work, I grab my AR. So Kemosabe 75 AR. Tongue for Twisting, Team AK. Mine is still dirty. I just used it at the 4th of July bash on my page, and it went nonstop all day. Never got overheated. Never cried like a baby for a time out in the corner. Never jammed or asked for a baby bottle of cleaner.
Who's that?
Tongue for Twisting.
Tongue for Twisting. I think it's like 14 years now, and thousands of grain nose makers have been fed to it like meals being served in high school, and still shows up on time for work, asking for it to be the foreman when the AR burns out and asks for a noontime nap. Go Team AK. We can save our money and buy ammo, not replacement parts, and baby bottles filled with oil. Sorry for, but I'm AK over AR.
There are punctuations in that?
No.
I didn't hear any.
I will admit that Team AK has some work to do in the education department. I will admit that.
All right.
We're understanding.
Dude, you had to struggle through these emails. Oh.
Yeah. So T Hayden 83. I hope everyone is well. I want to start off by saying, firstly, I absolutely love my AK and wouldn't trade it for anything. However, having said that, I have to be Team AR. As far as a platform goes, maybe a little bit of it depends on what part of the world you're in, but here the AR is ultimate, hands down, infinitely more modular, easier to find ammo for right out of the store somewhere, such as Boom Gars here in the Midwest, and simply easier to work on as a whole. It's kind of like that old pickup that you can get tons of parts for and you don't have any trouble working on. You can literally do anything with it and not have to fit every single piece or have to worry about what country it was made in like you do with the AK. Each one is obviously going to have their own strengths and weaknesses, but I feel like there are way too many strengths here in the United States for the AR to not have the crown. And I really did try and argue amongst myself and the coworker how you could pick the AK over the AR, what are its major strengths, and in comparison. Unfortunately, it did not quite stack up to the AR. So,
Sounded educated, AR guy.
had a pretty solid argument. Dixie 2809, Team AK. It's been proven to be reliable and will shoot by any brand of ammunition. Okay. Right to the point. And last one is Spears.Sean. Nothing against the AK, but I've had better luck with AR platforms. AK will run dirtier. I will give them that. An AR has more platform attachment and furniture that is made for it. AR is more accurate than AK platform. It's easier to find AR parts for the AR parts than the AK. Harder to find ammo now, and it is in same price as AR ammo. With an AR, you have more caliber options as well. You can trick your AK out like you can an AR. We all win because we are allowed to have them, which is best ones shoot. Happy shooting, my friends, and let the lead fly. So it looks like he's on both sides. So Spears
Nothing
Sean.
against AK, but I had better luck with AR platforms. How he started it off, so I guess he's Team AR.
Yeah.
Let's say he's Team R.
I do really hope that the ammo situation for the AK improves. This 545 SBR that I showed off has not seen action in a while because I'm not sure when I can get more ammo for it.
Undeniable problem.
Yeah.
Gunbroker 7N6.
Or actually, Ammo Seek
Send
7
money.
and 6. Yep.
I was gonna say I am
Is
on
7 and
Ammo
6
Seek
is
right now.
still on? Whoa. Okay.
It's expensive, dude. I found a few tins
Side
recently
quest.
for $500 a piece, but man, it's
How much?
still $500 a piece for the 12. Is it 1180 or 1080?
1120.
1080.
1080.
Yep.
1080.
1120?
It's 1080.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Did you read Kemosabe 75?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
He was short and sweet, right?
There we go. There's that's
That was
everybody
all.
now.
Yeah.
Did
So
the
we're
lube
back
go to
to-
an AR person or AK?
Which one?
The
Kemosabe?
lube. No, when you gave the lube away just now, is that to an AR person or AK?
That was to Courtney, and Courtney, I'm Team AR because my
perfect, yeah,
favorite type of guns.
Because AR needs the lube for sure.
Yeah,
You know, I was gonna say we should be nicer to her because she's a lady and she didn't deserve this shit. But since she's Team AR, yeah, she can have the lube.
Hey, I mean that's a great prize. The Seal 1.
Yeah,
It's a great prize. But I was gonna say we should get her like a Bed Bath and Beyond certificate or something if we wanted to be cool.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the great thing about the Seal 1 is, I mean, you can use it as a nice conditioner for your hair as well.
Okay, I'm sold.
You actually use
It works good. It works good for your hands too.
That's good for all those AR guys.
It helps Bloody with his hairline.
I need it for some of my hair, man. I'm losing it all.
Shit's great in the beard, man. All right, so now we're back to the Gators. Bum, bum, bum. Nice pair of iPro.
Does she go to one of those people that goes to the range and shoots a lot or goes to training or something?
Yeah, who's the training guy? You mentioned training.
Nice.
Or I think it's the guy that was talking about the gassiness of the AR.
The what?
The poop, the gassiness of ARs or the poop.
Oh yeah.
The poop's where it works. One of those guys. He's gonna need glasses.
Yeah, he's into that shit.
The technical term is that it shits where it eats.
That was Nikolai.
Yeah. No, that's not.
There was another one that said he was really into that shit.
That's from an
email.
Like
he needs a iPro and
maybe
an hour.
Yeah, the guy who said that it shits where it eats, but I'm into that shit. You are the winner of the iPro. I'll look it up. I don't know who it is right now. I can't remember who all said what now.
That's good enough. If they're watching, they got it.
You know what you said. So the guy who said that, you get the Gators. Email me. Let me know you won the Gators. And hopefully they'll send them. But like I said, the last person who won a pair hasn't heard from them yet. So we will take care of you. And we'll take care of that person too, whoever that was, if you're listening. Pisses me off worse than anything when people don't come through with shit they say they're going to give away. All right, next giveaway. Let's do the Firebird Targets. Let's celebrate a big celebration with the Firebird Targets. Talk about the new signal markers while we're trying to decide. Ton.
The new signal markers, they go on top of the 65 bio right here. They're an accessory to these. The signal marker actually goes right on the front of them, and you shoot through it to activate the 65 bio, and it explodes in whatever color is marked on the back. This is black, so there's no color marked on this one. But when it goes off, you get gigantic color clouds of whatever's inside, 9 different colors, and shooting safe at 50 feet. It's the only legal reactive target on the market. We have them in the moderated, so they're hearing safe. We have any of them that have the moderated symbol are hearing safe. We have them in IR moderated, 50 millimeter and 65. The 50 millimeters, the sharpshooter targets. The 65 are the larger targets for recreational, and they also go on the bottom of clay pigeons for any driven or crossing bird. And it's fun to blow up. I do it every day.
So Vincent Holly was the winner of the Gators. He's the one who said shit where it eats, and he likes playing the shit apparently. So all right. So Vincent Holly, you're the winner of that. So who we want to give the Firebird Targets to?
How about Giddy Up?
What did Giddy Up?
The cold works, jungle works, desert works. We were able to argue on that phone for a minute.
Yeah, that works.
And Giddy Up gonna get a bunch of signal marker and 65 bio and whatever else I decide to stuff in the pack once you email Lefty with exactly what you won.
There you go. Giddy Up. Email talkinglead@gmail.com.
Make sure you put in what you won, or you ain't getting shit.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, next.
Should we do the defense since Brian's got to bounce?
Yeah, let's do Occam's. We'll do yours, Brian. Did you want to pick, or you want everybody?
Oh, you know, I don't know Nikolai Abplanab, but unless
Nikolai.
he has another name, first name.
Aura. It's Aura.
Oh, it is Aura. Okay.
Yeah.
Aura.
Well, he's high on my list. He had some good. I figured it was his brother or something.
No, he just changed his name.
Okay.
Hey, did you just leave the video on me for the whole time?
Yeah, we love you.
Is it on you?
Hey,
I'm
put the
looking at
green magazine in the green gun and the tan magazine in the tan gun, please.
I know, isn't that bright? I was hoping that would irritate you.
So, Brian, are you picking Aura?
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, it was a good comment. I love it. Let's do it.
Okay, there you go, Nikolai. TalkingLeadGmail.com. You won the $100 gift certificate from Occam Defense.
I mean, he was just giving up to you the whole time, Brian. Is this why?
I lost track of all that.
It was premeditated.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people sucking up to you, so.
You know who freaking didn't is Pew Pew RN. He's still broken my heart. The guy who was like, I built ARs in these many different calibers.
Yeah.
He took an armor class from me. I know he owns an AK. Don't do me
He took
like that,
he
bro.
took the Nashville class that we did. The
Yeah,
AK
exactly. Like, I know Pew Pew RN, and he's disappointed me. I'm not mad.
He
I'm
should get the next
disappointed.
gift then.
Just
There you
disappointed.
go, PPR, that's why he didn't win.
Brian, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you need to bounce. We're going to.
Yeah, it's been a joy. Thank you, gents. Got to do
Later,
family
brother.
stuff here.
Always.
Hey,
a
Brian,
pleasure,
we're going to
sir.
make sure Pew Pew wins something now after you're gone.
You know, he's actually a really decent, nice person.
He's
But
a
fuck
super
that
great guy.
Yeah.
He came
All
out
right.
to CanCon.
Yeah,
We got to
he
meet him and his dad at CanCon, so it was great.
See you,
Awesome.
Brian.
See you guys.
Later, Ryan.
Brian.
All right, next
And then there were 9.
we've
That
got.
really is the Brady Bunch.
I got to look and see what we got. I can't remember.
Phenomena.
So we gave away the iPro. We gave away the Seal 1. We gave away the Firebird. We gave away the Occam. Let's do one of the AK Corner T-shirt mug combos.
All right, refresh my memory. What was the Justin Lead Farmer comment? I remember we talked about it for a while. Does anybody remember what that was?
Jason
That was
Farmer.
that was an
Lefty,
email.
I'm going to change things up this year. Root for Team AR, mostly because I don't have a dedicated 5.56. He's really an AK
Now it's
guy.
broken.
The AR is better designed. Cringe because it's more accurate.
Cringe,
right?
that's right.
Yes.
Cringe.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like we talked about that for a bit and we all laughed and whatever. So I don't know.
Yeah,
He
that's
gets
a good
one
one.
for something.
The cringe comment.
I feel like he
Because he
was
was-
trying to pander for one of the 5.56 cans that's available.
But hey, I mean, he got something better. He got the Talking Lead AK Corner Leady.
He gets a can. He gets a can.
Right. And T-shirt. We're going to need your shirt size, Lead Farmer. So email me, talkinglead@gmail.com. Going to need your shirt size, address, obviously, where to send the stuff to. And these are legal in every state, I think, right?
Yeah.
Probably
Even though
not
it's
California.
That's not a high capacity coffee mug, is it?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, it's
California,
gonna
it's probably not Prop 65, say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed it's black. That's kind of scary.
It is. This is a little cringe. It's a little cringe.
Yeah, that's the only place we can't send targets to California or New York City.
Really? New York City?
Sounds about right.
California or New York
That's
City.
because you're an American company.
Yeah, that sucks for those countries.
Yep, those countries can't have our targets.
Our
All right,
51st
next we're
state
going
might
to
be
give
able to.
away the let's do the AK furniture set from B5 Systems.
Let's give it to an
Mm.
AR guy. He has to buy an AK to use it.
Right?
Yeah.
And give the AR to an AK guy. So B5 Systems, you got the handguard, got the buttstock, got the pistol grip, got the stubby grip. I don't know if they're going to send these rail covers or not, but these rail covers are nice. I really like their rail covers.
I do like those rail covers. They're nice and tight and got good frictionies.
Yeah, I use them on my ARs too and my AKs, so they'll
B5
fit
makes good stuff.
either one. All right. What do you guys
T.
think?
Hayden 83 was pretty good. He was team AR. T. Hayden 83 had a good comment, a lot of responses. Talking about how he says he firstly absolutely loves his AK, but he has to go with team AR, so could be a good one. I don't know if you guys remember me ranting one off.
Yeah, maybe he'll get some B5 furniture and switch over to Team AK again.
Is that who you guys want to go with? Everybody in agreement with that?
Yeah.
That'll work.
All right, T. Hayden 83. B5 on your way, buddy.
T. Hayden.
And B5 is mil spec because they are one of the producers of stocks for the M4s.
Yeah,
Good stock. I've got one.
Really good, right?
I got a B5 stock. I like it. Good stock.
All right, let's do the next AK Corner T-shirt and can.
What
Okay.
do you got?
I'm just going off of
I'm going to go
Instagram.
down through these emails here and just randomly pick one.
Okay.
That works.
Brandon Baker. I'm known for really long and detailed responses, but this question has an easy answer. What do first world militaries use? Oh, wait, didn't y'all ban him?
Yes, we did because you talked about the SA-80.
Okay, sorry, Brandon.
Like he might not have
gas
directly.
stations. He did something about gas stations.
Yeah, that was NPR, and he was like, our NATO allies use the AR. I'm like, no, the Brits use an SA-80, and they don't. That's not good.
All right, here we go. Dustin Brady. He's Team AK. Best reason it runs topless.
Oh, that's a good answer.
I dig that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Topless, he needs a shirt, right? There we go.
He does.
Dustin Brady, need your shirt size, talkinglead@gmail.com. You won the Factory 47, so thank you, James, for putting those up. Next, we're going to do the Mission First Tactical complete AR furniture bill. It's like over $600 or $700 worth of of furniture with the sights and the handguard and the stubby and the muzzle device and the dust cover, butt stock. They're minimalist butt stock. This one's an aluminum one. They have a polymer and a aluminum version. Pistol grip. So all their cool stuff from MFT. Be an MFer. And if you didn't win it, you can use the code LEADHEAD and you can get 20% off anything on Mission First Tactical's website.
So do we give this to an AK guy then?
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Do it.
Do we do T. Hayden yet?
Yeah, he just did.
Is that that's okay?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
If these two are paying attention, they'll contact each other and trade.
We're
building a community here.
Fostering, yeah, fostering.
Here we go.
I want the snow cone. I want the snow cone guy to win.
Yeah, that was Midwest, right?
Midwest?
Yeah, Midwest Savage. I think he was the one who left that.
What's his first name? Do you know? Because
Jamie.
Jamie.
Yeah, he's big into like competitions. He's a big AK guy. But
Jamie Martz.
Yep.
Midwest Savage. He's the one who said, "Look, I used to be a gun guy in general. Started building ARs. Once I got my first AK, everything changed." GED. He's the one with the GED opinion.
Yep. He's a good one for it, for sure.
Anyways, I'm an AK guy. I most likely always be an AK guy. This is my platform that works and I love. So there you go. So we're giving the AR stuff to an AK guy and the AK to an AR guy. We're assholes, aren't we? Aren't we assholes?
Perfect.
Hey, we're just we're crossbreeding here. We're getting
it's called enabling
platform.
So Jamie Martz, there you go. Email me, talkinglead@gmail.com. You won the MFT. Now
Nice.
you're an official MFer.
These guys are all going to come back next year as FAL guys.
Well, at least
I'll
it's
join
part
the
of the
French Foreign Legion.
Well, if they're FAL guys, they'll at least be carrying the right arm of the free world.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, let's do the dead air. Is that where we're at now? We're on the big prizes, the big boy prizes.
Do it.
Let's
Let's
do
see,
it.
We gave Firebird, we gave B1, we gave SEAL 1, we gave Mission First, we gave Factory, we gave Gators, we gave Occam. So now we're on, yes.
I feel like that panelist Nathan Mitchell deserves it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the guy who left the comment, the flood munitions dude, that one for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just on the road, Mike. I'll just cruise on over right now.
Let's do this. So we got two cans we're giving away. Let's do one for the Instagram remarks. Let's do one for the email remarks.
There you go.
Let's split them up. So let's start off.
Yeah. I think we need to definitely do an Instagram one because that's like interaction on the post and most people went through email. So
yeah. Well, a lot of our listeners don't, and I wanted everybody to be eligible for this. A lot of people don't use social media. So
yeah, for sure.
There's one Instagram guy that was like very elegantly put his whole thing together.
The training guy?
Training guy would be good.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Nathan who talked about training.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Where he said like, "Hey, I've only taken 2 classes," and he was
Yes.
getting into stuff.
Which one is this?
I believe it was an email.
It was. Yeah.
His name was Nathan. I wrote
Okay,
that
so
down.
go against everything I just said to pick an Instagram. So we're going email now. Okay.
Oh, well, you said we should pick
I thought we were going
one each.
1-on-1.
Training is more important at this point.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
think the
so
Instagram guy.
Nathan,
Yeah.
Nathan Shepard. Sorry, guys, I might have turned to the dark side. Team AR. I grew up shooting SKSs and AKs and a Tiger. My dad sold a ton of former comm block stuff. We had ARs too. These days, with shifting prices and import bans, AKs have become super pricey, hard to find. That's not the one.
No, we're talking about the training guy. He said something about how he felt bad because he only did 2 classes.
That's the guy.
That's him. Yeah, that's him.
the guy.
I love both and enjoy AK Corner, but I'm going to rifle carbine classes. Only 2 classes, rookie numbers. I've taken yeah, this is him. So Nathan Shepard.
Yeah.
Nathan Shepard, you have won the Mike Pappas dead air silencer. Mike, talk about his options here that he has.
You can reach out to Marty and you can pick either. We wanted to make sure that we covered AK or AR. You can pick a Lazarus 6 or a Wolverine, either one you want.
And just to
And
help here, I'm going to pull them up. Here's your website. And here's a Lazarus. So there's the Lazarus. Is Lazarus 6? Is that the one?
Sure.
There you go. So you can pick between that one or dun, dun, dun. And this is the one I would pick. It's
Agreed.
the Wolverine.
That's cool.
Because Red Dawn,
AK.
baby.
It's AK.
But I switched teams.
Because AK.
Yeah.
Well, he said he likes them both. So
But he's like shooting it. Well, let him decide. We'll send it to your dealer.
there you go. Yeah. And here's the thing. You're responsible for your own taxes on these guys. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're responsible for your own taxes. They'll cover the shipping, but you got to be eligible, and you got to be legal to have it where you're at. If you're not legal to have it where you're at, then he'll set you up with a T-shirt
And
and a hat.
Here.
both.
And a hat. That's nice. Hey, these are awesome hats, though. By the way, I got mine.
Thanks, brother.
My dad. I love this hat. I wear it everywhere. Okay, next. So this one's going to Instagram. We're going to do the Aklys Defense. And while y'all are deciding on which Instagram to pull up, I'll pull up Aklys's website here.
You know, Joe actually commented on one guy's post there. So like,
Yeah, but it was retarded.
It doesn't matter. It's still participation.
That's the best. Oh shit!
That'd change his life.
I don't think so. Maybe.
So the Atlas, is that the one?
No, Saber 3. That's the Saber line.
Oh, my bad. There it is. Saber.
Yep, Saber 556. User serviceable 556, full auto rated. It's a duty service can, real short, lightweight. And then it's big brother, the Saber 360, which is our best, like our most rounded AK can, but it also does a phenomenal on 556. So Saber 360 might do everything for them.
Multi-cal kind of deal.
Yep. Yeah, it's like a true sportsman can that does a lot of things. So the Saber 223 is absolutely bulletproof and bomb-proof. Plus, as always, all of our Aklys Defense cans are future-proof. If something happens, we can get you back up and running almost instantly.
This is the one I got, the multi-cal one. So. All right, guys, what do you think? What do you think? Who's the lucky can owner?
There's a few pretty good comments in there. The Flood Munitions was a great one. Just saying. But
throw that out again.
The Urus 87 was good. Ton for Twisting was good. Nikolai's already got his. T. Hayden 80 already got it.
Austin's was a good one about taking apart on the tailgate.
Yeah, that was a good one.
How about Herc CG? Just because he needs to start learning Russian.
Yeah, I like that.
Good one.
Oh, and then Marty commented on that one.
Now say it with me, Malasuka.
Malasuka.
I wish Marco was still here so he could say it right. So y'all want to go with Herc G23 or Her CG23?
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Everybody in agreement?
Her CG.
Sure.
Well, let me do it. Wait, hold on.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm giving it away. Oh, his account's private. Former law enforcement, former Navy.
He's long time.
Army National Guard, Steelers. Okay,
we'll see about that this weekend.
I approve.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got some good posts in here.
There you go. That is it. That does it for this episode. Thanks to everyone who participated. We appreciate you, lead heads. This is our way of giving back and showing our appreciation for not only this year, but the 13 years of leducating the uneducated here on the Talking Lead podcast. We normally will do like a big Gleam giveaway and let people who don't listen to the show take part and do all that. But I wanted to just reward the listeners. So, and that's the thing. If you don't listen to the podcast, you're not going to know you won. So, if these people do not contact me for their prizes, then they don't get them. So you have to email me and let me know what you won and where we need to send it and all the other legal stuff if it requires all that. So, and shirt sizes. So there you go. Panel, thank you so much. This has been the best AK versus AR episode yet. Number 4. By far the largest panel we've had, without a doubt.
Yeah, I appreciate all you guys coming out. It's awesome.
Nick,
and we all got along. We all got along.
Appreciate Nick rounding the posse there with the AR-15 podcast. I think this is probably the best support you guys have had. I still think you lost, but you didn't get trounced as bad as you normally do.
I think we can call it a tie.
Team AR.
I don't think we can call it a tie. No, we can't.
I don't think we can call it a tie. But let's go around real quick. Everybody give your social media, your websites, anything you got special going on here during the holidays. Nick, we'll start with you with the AR-15 podcast. What you guys got going on till the end of the year?
AR-15 podcast, we're live Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Central. And that'll be coming up. We're live, Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, all the places that they hate us, except for Rumble, where they still like gun content a little bit at least.
Yes, Rumble's the way to go. Fuck YouTube.
And we generally try and get banned because I generally hold up a picture of hold up a gun within the first 5 minutes.
A loaded gun?
I mean, not always, but there's always one within reach most of the time, maybe, unless we've been drinking.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You've been on mine twice this year already, and I haven't been on yours any.
I have invited you to come on like 4 times, and you go, I'm a terrible guest. So
yo, Aklys Defense.
So that's
all right, aklysdefense.com, Aklys Defense across all of the proper social medias. Right now, we are restocked on our boom shot glasses, but people have been asking.
I meant to bring mine again. I forgot.
Tons of questions about it. So it's a great Christmas gift. We also have our 9mm Pilum and 22 Pappas combo deal. So it's save about $180, which almost knocks out 1 year tax stamps. Plus, we've got some great dealers that are offering no transfer fees. So if you're interested in some cans, let us know. That Pilum 9mm I think is my favorite can that we make. This is so versatile.
Are you still doing the ZK22?
We are. We're actually in a mold tooling change right now.
Seems awesome.
Revamping the charging handle and doing some changes to the body to make it a little bit more assembly friendly.
Gotcha. And you got t-shirts coming? I've been rocking.
So our t-shirt guy retired across the street, and our shirtless t-shirt guy. And when he retired off with all of my screens. So we're interviewing another t-shirt.
Danny. You need to hook up with Danny. And
who's that? I don't want to do a print on demand. I like to be able to buy the shirts and have them stocked because
he can do that. I'll hook you up.
Okay, cool.
Who's next? Mike, Dead Air.
Okay, you can reach us at, of course, on the internet, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. If you need anything, let me know.
There you go. And their website's deadairsilencers.com.
Sure.
And then you've got all the links, I think, to your socials down at the bottom down here.
Yeah, e-store there and anything you need.
Mike, is your hardware store video still up on YouTube? The faucet washer one?
Yeah.
That's my favorite video on YouTube.
Well, thanks, brother.
I don't think you say a single word.
I don't think I said anything either.
It's just opens with Mike, shoots the can, and then gets the cards, drives down to the hardware store, pulls off the faucet washer, and then back shooting, and now the can's quieter again. It's awesome.
And they've got swag. They've got shirts and hats and all kinds of things here. Check out their line. Sandman, definitely a great product there too. Who's next? Where's my screen? Here it is. Nathan, Mitchell Defense.
Yeah, so MitchellDefense.com. Instagram is Mitchell Defense, just one word. We have a YouTube. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. It's terrible. It needs a lot of love. Instagram and our website are usually the two places you can find us. Our phone number is also listed on the website, so you can feel free to call us with any questions. We actually answer the phone.
Is the right site?
What?
Just the right website?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, we next big thing for us is SHOT Show. So if anybody's going to SHOT Show, we're doing a range day that's open to the public out at Prairie Fire on the 20th. So if you want to go to that and you're going to SHOT Show, let us know.
You do training also?
We do. So we actually partner with Riker USA for training. We just hosted our first one on the 7th. So that's something we're definitely trying to expand this year. Doing more, and a lot of it's we're going to supply the rifles. You can bring your own rifle if you want to, but we're going to supply rifles with the Riker grip and then the Riker sling, and teach you the Riker method of shooting with our rifles. But if you want to bring your own rifle, we'll outfit it however you need to and train you how to actually use your equipment.
Riker.
The Riker grip.
The Riker grip right there.
That's the control. That thing is awesome because you can run your lights and lasers off of it. It's extremely intuitive. Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
That's a game changer.
Love...
We went to the IACP show and the LAPD was like all over that. They're like, we need this for our SWAT teams, and we were like, okay.
I gotta check that out.
Ton.
What'd I do? Oh shit! I was looking up his grip. Oh, firebirdtargets.com. Yeah, sorry, squirrel moment. Firebirdtargets.com, Firebird Targets on Instagram, Ton Jones Official. I don't know if they unblocked my YouTube or not anymore. That's usually gets shut down once a month.
Talk about your holiday blast.
Holiday blast. If you want anything from Firebird Targets to be delivered before Christmas, you got to order before December 16th to get guaranteed delivery. Buy any 3 packs, and we throw in a free pack of signal markers. That goes all the way up to Christmas, December 24th. We're doing that holiday special. So buy any 3 packs of Firebird Targets, you get free signal markers.
Does it still work?
Yep. And
so you can use the code TL15 and get
15% off.
Oh, sweet.
Very nice. So extra special holiday discount for you lead heads.
Those things are way more impressive than I was expecting in that little bitty thing.
Yeah, so fun.
The first one I let off was like, what just happened?
Yeah. It's
like, was that? That's awesome. And then we commenced to shooting like every single one that I had.
Yeah, I got the call. You're like, I'm out. I was like, we got you covered.
Mr. Branson.
Hey guys, so it's been a lot of fun tonight. Gideon Optics, GideonOptics.com, Gideon Optics on Instagram, Gideon Optics on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. It's me and Bob. If you hit us up on any of those social media places, you'll either talk to me or Bob. We do pistol dots, we do LPVOs, we do prism scopes. We had a good Black Friday sale. We'll have to probably do something for Christmas. We are dropping new products. We're pretty new to the game, but we have been working on some new products, and they are finally launching right before the end of the year. And put me on the big screen if you can real quick. I've got one here.
Yeah.
So this is one of our latest drops. This is the Gideon Granite.
Ooh.
This is the duty one. There's one called the Comp that's got an even bigger window than this. That's a massive window, but you'll notice the cool thing about this on a Gen 5 Glock 19 is that it is direct mount. There's no plate here. It goes straight to the MOS system because we all know that the Glock MOS plates suck and they break and they bend and nobody likes to use them. So guess what? Get a Gideon Granite and you can have a direct to MOS. 2032 battery goes on this side. The reason why it has to go on the side is because of where the screws are. You can't put a battery in the top because of where the screws are on the MOS slide. But this is
you figured it out.
Yeah, we've got it figured out. This is a tough little optic, and they are about $250 with a lifetime warranty. Okay, and we're doing plenty more stuff that's just as cool as this. Check us out.
Very cool.
Yeah, you got to definitely check out their Omega for your pistol, Lefty. I got an Omega on one of my pistols.
The Omega, is that the one I need for the?
Yeah, I'm running the Omega. It's pretty badass.
I know a guy.
Yeah.
So since we've been talking about how awesome all of our friends are with Brian and Nathan and everything like that, I realized as I sat here grabbing different random rifles when Mike was talking about different companies he's worked for, I have 3 different brands of optics here beside me, and he has either wrote the book or developed the reticle for all 3
each one of them
that I have.
I'm a nerd.
That's how this industry works, man.
Mm-hmm. I'm a nerd. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun, boys.
Factory 47.
Yeah, nothing too exciting to report at this moment right now. Maybe some stuff for after the new year. But yeah, all of our stuff's still there, rocking some pretty cool looking t-shirt designs and hats and tumblers, hoodies. We got some cool patches. And then if you're still listening, good for you because we have a coupon code LEADHEAD, all lowercase, for 10% off for all the lead heads out there. And that coupon code is pretty much active all the time. So you can use it today and come back next week and buy some more if you want. So factory47.com, spelt with a K. So, clever, AK is in the name. And Factory 47 on all the social medias as well.
Very cool. Very cool.
Nice.
And we've been running that discount code for a while now. So you guys use it. Go out and get
my first Talking Lead shirt from your site.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Marty.
Nice.
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, we need more people. So more people go buy those for Christmas presents and the leadies.
There you go.
Get your leadies. Floody, what's going on with Floody?
Yeah. So Flood Munitions, Instagram, YouTube, all that fun stuff. I even have a website, floodmunitions.com, for, media management, content creation, really trying to push all that. I did just
You've
do
had
an
some
order
great posts lately, man. I've been
you.
digging them.
Appreciate that. I just did an order of patches and stickers. So if anybody still listening, you didn't win anything, just hit me up on Instagram and I'd be happy to send you some patches and stickers, as I just got a bunch of them. Everyone can be a winner. So if you want some patches and stickers, I'd be happy to send them out your way. And I will be at SHOT Show, hopefully with Marty. So if you guys are there, let us know and we'll come by and say what up. So, and I appreciate everybody who's part of this panel. It's really cool to see you guys come out and support the lead heads like this. So I appreciate all you guys like that. So for sure.
Panel has been great. And then we just had these done with Mission First Tactical. We got, I call these my business cards. Nice. So we've got translucent, got the black ones. If you're interested in these, just email me or private message me on the Instagrams, and I'll tell you how you can get these 30-round AR mags from Mission First Tactical. But use those discount codes from all of our sponsors. Seal 1, if you use the discount code LEADHEAD, you're going to get 25% off anything at Seal 1. So like Floody said, if you didn't win, you're still a winner because you use these discount codes. And these are the strongest discounts that you can get from these companies by using these codes for you lead heads. Mission First Tactical is also lead head, get 20% off there. Factory 47, like James said, it's lead head to get 10% off anything there. And you can use any of these codes multiple times. So, if you decide you're like, oh shit, I should have got that. Well, you can go back and you can use these codes. They work again. Lockdown, Ton, what's that code? Leadhead to get 15% off?
Yeah, Leadhead.
At Lockdown, that's the wall you see behind me here. They do the gun walls, some other cool stuff. X-Tech Tactical, which Floody was wearing their shirt there, repping them. They make some cool AR mags. Or AK mags. You got they got all kinds of mags. They do pistol mags and all that. X-Tech, you can go AK Corner 10. You get 10% off anything at X-Tech. And keep in mind that they might be running better deals because it's the holiday with some of these sites. And then Slide Fire, they were running some really good deals and they discontinued the code, but I think he said they were going to reactivate it after their Black Friday deals. It was Leadhead. You get 15% off the Slide Fire bump stocks because bump stocks are back. You need to take advantage of those and use them while you can. Who else? Who am I forgetting, Letty? Firebird Targets, like Ton said, use the code TL15. Firebird Targets.
Dude, have you seen this Rikers grip?
Yeah, I've used them.
Son of a bitch.
They're actually great for people with like shoulder injuries.
Yep.
Yeah, speed, stability, and accuracy are all increased.
I'm just thinking for my fucked up hands.
Yeah, it puts your hands in a more ergonomic position.
That's what braces are for, Ton, for you. But that does it for the AK Corner Season 6. It's been a great season because of great companies like Dead Air, Aklys Defense, Mitchell Defense, Gideon Optics, Factory 47, Firebird Targets, all of our sponsors, all the friends of the show that have made it great. And we'll be back next year with more. Season 5 coming through. Obviously, Pioneer Arms will not be the sponsor of season 5 because of reasons. But I greatly appreciate all you lead heads, all the participation. The regular show will be back next week on schedule. So be tuning in for that, listening for that. We're only going to probably do a couple of more before the end of the year because it's winding down. And then, like Fleddy said, we may possibly be at SHOT Show. We're still working through that, some logistics on that. But appreciate everybody, and Merry Christmas. Hope everybody has a Merry Christmas.
Merry
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We are out.
See you guys.
She said she gave me our dustbin.